Oh, man. Well, everybody, this is Big Homie here, where you can catch me at on Facebook at Henry HeyYoU Singleton, or you can catch me on Twitter at HeyYoU15, babe.
Yeah, you know me, just a people person right here. I ain't got no Twitter, nothing like that, so you can look me up on Facebook at Patrick Slim Goody Jones.
It's your boy Fred. Look, you can check me out on Twitter at BFredJones, baby.
Yeah, this is G with G Sports, man. You catch me on Twitter, G_paid_in_full08.
Pay me the money. Money.
What it do, y'all? It's DJ Slick Daddy from the Limelight, here to tell you about the hottest bar on the West Bank, After Dark Sports Bar, 419 LaPelco Boulevard in Gretna. Come check us out on Monday for steak and oyster night. Thursday, free seafood night. Friday, 3-for-1 happy hour. Saturdays, ladies night, and always open for parties. And then Sunday, Saint Sunday, Older Big Goody Sunday. Come find out what is hidden for at After Dark Sports Bar, 419 LaPelco Boulevard in Gretna. Doors open at 6, 12 p.m. on Sundays. After Dark is a non-smoking atmosphere. What it do, y'all? It's DJ Slick Daddy from the Limelight, here to tell you about the hottest bar on the West Bank, After Dark Sports Bar, 419 LaPelco Boulevard in Gretna. Come check us out on Monday for steak and oyster night. Thursday, free seafood night. Friday, 3-for-1 happy hour. Saturdays, ladies night, and always open for parties. And then Sunday, Saint Sunday, Older Big Goody Sunday.
Yeah, you read it. The break is always right.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's the show.
Oh, turn down for what? We live, baby. We live. Oh, Lord.
Now it's time to say hi to all my FanView friends.
Welcome, everyone to FanView, where real fans talk sports on the New Orleans Talk Network. Thank you for guys tuning in. We got another live show for you guys. Listen, I'm your boy, Fred.
G Sports in the building.
Yeah, y'all already know I'm rocking with the people person right here.
Coach Hurricane.
There it is.
There it is, baby.
There it is.
I ain't forget this time.
There it is. Listen. We got another live, in-tune, in-depth show for you guys. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna start this show off a little bit. With some breaking news. We got some breaking news with Dallas. Some information coming out with Ezekiel Elliott. We're gonna be talking AP being traded to the Cardinals. There's a lot of news going on around the NFL. We're gonna be getting into. We got some little snorting going in Miami. Oh yeah, baby.
Only in Miami, baby.
Only in Miami. It's going down now.
They try to remake Scarface.
You see it, huh? We got the Lions coming up. We got Tigers versus Tigers this weekend in Tiger Stadium.
Cat fight.
It's gonna be a cat fight. Let's see what cat gonna come off with it. But listen, before we get ready to start this show, we start the show every time giving a big shout out and salute to our armed forces, our military, our Army, our Navy, our Air Force, our Marines, local police department, local fire department, first responders. Thank you guys for the service that y'all do for us, the citizens. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for the kindness of our heart for what you guys do and how y'all serve this country. Thank you. Now, anybody want to tune into this show, the number's going to be call in is 504-341-8255. Again, the number's going to be 504-341-8255.
Man, Keys starting off already, man.
Well, listen, breaking news.
You created that monster.
How I created Keys? That's your buddy.
You created that. Why you saying too bad? Because you created that monster.
We're going to start the show off with breaking news. For people who do not know, Ezekiel Elliott is going to be suspended for 6 games. So get your fantasy football ready. Put him on the bench. Mm-hmm. He ain't playing for 6 games. I hope you're not down because you're about to have a tough 6 weeks.
Yes, sir.
That's the way it's going to be. And that judgment actually came out. Where did it come out, Big Hen?
New Orleans court system, baby. They got something right.
They showed they get Cardell Hayes right.
They got something right.
They get him right.
They got something right. But I think the way the court appeal system works for the NFL, so it won't be no favoritism. It rotates, from time to time. Because if that's the case, we would have got one of the Brady appeals would have been here. So it rotates, and I guess it just happens to land into the
feels good
New Orleans system
to mess over
the whole Cowboy Nation at some point. I mean,
Yes, that's the
feels good.
Yes.
But that's why you
good.
see smiles on the faces.
Feels good. 6 games, you don't got him. 6 games, you don't got him.
Take your lick. Take y'all lick.
I think that's the bigger question. What with the Cowboys being 2-3 now? No, it's not like Zeke was doing anything special before.
But having him in the lineup is a factor.
I don't care having you there if you're not doing nothing. That's just like having a brand new Lexus outside with no engine in it. I can't get you nowhere in this league. You know, you got if you out there, you got to be performing. So, but you know, the case of the matter is you're 2-3. You're not where you thought you was, and the biggest security blanket for your quarterback, who's not having the year that you thought he was, the year that we thought he was, he's having, but it's gone for 6 games. Does that put you in the playoffs, out the playoffs? What does this do for you long? Because he's going to come back. Let's see, it's week
6.
So he's going to come back week 12?
Week 13. He got 6 games. He's going to come back to week 13.
Yeah, week 13. No, hold. This is their bye week right here. So you're lucky he came after your bye because you'd be getting them back week 14.
I think how the Eagles are playing, and I hope the guy they take out the Panthers tonight just for our divisional purposes with the Saints.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I think the Eagles are on line to win the division. The way their defense is playing, the way Carson Wentz has emerged as a top tier quarterback in this league, and I think that it's safe to say that he has to be in the MVP candidate right now. He has to be an MVP candidate right now the way he's playing. So with that being said, Dallas probably will be fighting for a wild card spot. And I think that if the Saints, I got to bring the Saints into this. I got to incorporate the Saints somewhere into this. If the Saints can somehow split these next 2 games with Green Bay and the Lions, I think that after we can get to these next 2 games without going 0-2, we could have a chance to fight for a wild card spot, and we could be fighting against Dallas. So losing Zeke for 6 games, that's gonna be big. I don't see him winning the division. Even with Zeke, I think it was gonna be difficult to win the division. But you put more pressure on your team offensively, and more pressure on Dak Prescott, who is getting better, but you don't want to put the whole responsibility of him scoring points on for the offense solely on him. And what I have in Zeke, now you gotta rely on Alpha Morris and Darren McFadden and those guys. And I just don't see those guys putting up the numbers and doing what Zeke did. So I think they fighting for a wild card spot. What I have in Zeke.
I think the biggest thing they're gonna run into is at the end of the day, you got a bye this week. Then coming off, you got the Rams, and I know the Rams is not a great football team, but on their record, they 3-2.
Hold on. Who we talking about?
The Rams.
What about the Rams?
I mean, they're 3-2. That's not going to be an easy. They're not great teams.
Who you talking about playing?
Dallas.
Dallas just played the Rams.
Yeah.
They lost to the Rams.
They lost to the Rams?
Yeah. They lost to the
them
Rams.
before because this they bye week.
Yeah, they lost to the Rams.
Okay.
Lost to the Rams.
You're right.
Yeah,
so coming up.
That's what gave them the 3. That's what gave them they 2-3.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm looking at the Giants schedule. I can forget about the Giants altogether.
Hey, I think that's the only thing.
There's no help for them.
That's the only thing that's going to help. That's helping the Cowboys right now. You don't have to worry about the Giants gaining ground on you with Odell and Brandon Marshall both out
and
for the
Sterling
season.
Shepard.
He's not out for the season.
I know, but he out. He's out for a significant amount of time.
Well,
that's your 3 top receivers. I mean, all you got now is Evan Ingram, who's on my fantasy, by the way. Throw him the ball, Eli.
What's considered significant?
He out about 3 to 4 weeks.
I'm just trying to.
He's out long
Hey, we
enough
might got some people in New York watching. I'm trying to
make sure, like, hey, definitely ain't going nowhere.
I'm just trying to make sure that we wind up in Madison Square.
Okay,
in one day.
Let's just go ahead and, for all you Dallas Cowboy fans, let me just go ahead and hurt your dreams right quick. You got the 49ers after your bye.
You're done.
And after that, you're done. you got Washington, who's going to probably beat you.
Washington? I mean, they could beat Washington.
I don't think so.
They could beat Washington.
I like what they have. The 2 running backs they have down there.
They could beat Washington.
I think they're going to lose to Washington. You're losing to Kansas City. You're losing to Atlanta. And losing to Philly. Kansas City and Atlanta are guaranteed losses for them. You can wrap them up.
I don't know. Where they play Kansas City?
In Dallas.
Well, they got a shot because it's tough to play in Arrowhead, but in Dallas, in Jerry's world, they got a shot. They got a shot. They got a shot. I'm just saying they got a shot.
What you got Washington on the road, then you got Atlanta and Atlanta. Buddy.
Dallas.
The problem Dallas is going to run into is that they probably not going to win the division, and you're going to be fighting for that wild card. And the biggest problem they're going to have is the NFC South right now, to me, like I said, right now, because of the record, they're the toughest division in football. This is the only division throughout the NFL that everyone has at least 500.
Right.
You know, so you could kind of guess that the wild card is going to come out of NFC South and probably the NFC North between the Vikings, the Lions, or Green Bay. So you could kind of guess where that wild card is coming from. So in this case, if you Dallas, you have to win that division. And if the Eagles handle business tonight, that ain't looking too promising.
Right. I think the big issue of it for the Cowboys, losing Zeke is going to be hard. That's just what it is.
That's what it is.
But that offensive line hasn't performed to what we used to see. I think
I gotta agree.
Losing O'Leary is huge. I haven't seen like holes open up for Zeke like they would last year. I'm talking about I'll look
the Red Sea.
Like the center be on the linebacker right here, and Zeke not getting touched to the safety coming down. It's like you wonder why he breaking. He going for 100 yards before the half every game. This year, like the offensive line is like, we got. I don't know. Maybe it's just not.
It's not there. You saw that first time when they played Denver.
Yeah. Well, right. But them is a different team. But yeah, I'm saying when I look at a good offensive line, and then I look at a great defense, I'm like, that great defense gonna give that. I don't care how good that offensive line is, gonna give you trouble. But when you play the rest, when you play another team, like. Then they played the Cowboys. I mean, not the Cowboys.
They played the Rams.
Not the Rams.
They played the Packers recently.
Packers. That defense is not stellar.
No.
Front seven wise, it's not nothing stellar outside of Nick Perry and Clay Matthews.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Dallas front seven.
No, I'm talking about
the Packers.
Packers.
Right.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Well, Daniels.
Mike Daniels. Okay.
Daniels is really good.
Yeah, I give you that.
Solid.
So and they got Ahmad Brooks. I mean, I know he's not the Ahmad Brooks of San Francisco, but he's a good player.
It's not one of the better.
It shouldn't have gave that Cowboys offensive line trouble. And I just that's going to be a huge problem for.
I'm gonna say this.
For the Cowboys.
I'm gonna tell you here. I don't care what people they're talking about. The offensive line is not as good as it was last year and all of that. And maybe it wasn't, but that offensive line is still better than probably 80% of the teams in the NFL.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. I'm peeping this out. Zeke he likes to wear the shirt with his stomach showing. I'm gonna tell you what I'm peeping out. He looks out of shape. Zeke don't look slim and trim and cut up like he did when he came into the league last year. This year he looks a little chubby. He looked like he's one Milky Way away from being over the weight limit of, being able to tote that rock the way he's supposed to in the NFL.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He's looking like he's not hitting that hole with that burst he did last year. I'm thinking let's not just quick to throw it on the offensive line, because that offensive line, like I said,
I mean,
it's like name an offensive line probably better than them. Probably the Eagles offensive line is pretty good. The Vikings.
Raiders.
The Raiders. But
that's it.
Yeah, it ain't too many offensive line. So when people try, I think that's an excuse to throw out there to give the Cowboys some kind of leeway. Let's look at what it is. If you go look at the film, I'm telling you, go look at the film versus this year and last year. Go look at Zeke Belly from this year to last year. It's not the same. I'm telling you.
Jerome Wilson said Eddie Lacy Jr.
I'm telling you, Zeke. Look, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing in his off time. But I'm telling you, he look a little sluggish. He don't look the same like he did last year as a rookie. And I don't know if that's part of sophomore slump. I don't know if that's part of he's gotten complacent. I don't know what it is. But let's stop trying to blame the offensive line, because that offensive line is better than 85%, 80% of the offensive line in the NFL.
2 or 3 teams
I'm
that's
not
better
just saying.
offensive lines.
You get the Saints that offensive line.
I'm not. Look. The thing about it is though. The thing about it, like they could be better than 85% of the teams out there. But I don't care if you're not opening holes. Your 85% ain't looking good.
But I don't see that. I see. Hey, look, just go. Look, I'm a student of the game. I'm not saying y'all not. Just saying. I'm a film watcher. I went back and looked at games from last year with Zeke. Look at him. I'm ready for you. Coach. That's a coach for you. I'm ready. That's a coach for you.
Look at
That's a coach for you. Put some respect on coach. But what I'm saying is, when you go back and look at the film from last year versus this year, man, Zeke hitting that whole like what a burst.
Like Leonard is
and
now.
And he cutting on a dime.
Like Leonard is now.
This year, dog, he does not look the same. I'm telling you. He's running a little more east and west. And we all know if you're a good back, you don't need the hole to be open for a long time. You just need that split second for you to be able to get skinny.
Right?
Get to the second level, make somebody miss, and now you're off to the races. That's what he was doing last year. He's not doing it this year. He's getting tackled in the open field a lot by DBs. I'm peeping that out. What does that come back to? He's not in the same shape he was. I'm seeing a lot of gassing. I'm seeing a lot of this after about 2 carries. He's not in shape. I'm saying, look at his belly.
Man, look
at his belly.
He got 6 weeks to think about it.
It's not his.
He got 6 weeks to think about it, and then we don't know when he come back. He might take this as a vacation and
go eat hot dogs.
Might meet up with Chris Forrester. Get his nose dirty a little bit. We don't know what's about to happen in these next 6 weeks. What you say, Big Hand?
That's what I say. As a president of the Big Belly Club, I don't think it's the belly.
We want your belly to look like that. You playing a 3-tech. You play 3-tech. You in the trenches. We want your belly to look like that. Look, if your belly don't look like that, I don't want you. We want your belly to look like that.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Look,
man, Big Mimman. You know, Big Man. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm telling you, man,
what you got right here.
Come on, man. As a running back, your belly better be nice and tight.
But this is the thing though. Think about the reason why he got the 6-game off suspension is from what happened before the draft and part of the all season now.
Right.
Instead of lifting weights, he's at
lounges and bars.
Irish St. Patrick's Day party. Yeah. Instead of doing a curl, he flashing somebody's breast. Instead of running some laps, he doing other stuff. He's showing you where his mindset is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a quick understanding when you don't take the other people that you playing with seriously. What happened to you? He just lucky he ain't get hurt yet.
Right.
That's all. But don't blame the belly, baby.
Ariel Davis, crazy. I'm looking at the belly next game. Well, you got 6 weeks, Ariel. You got 6 weeks. You got to week 13.
I don't know. He might find Billy Blaze to do some Tavo.
Do something.
Let's apply metrics or something. I'm telling you, man. So like, because I've been looking all on social media, everybody going. Because see, our competitors to the Drew Brees thing. Drew Brees got here in 06. Right. What happened? First year I said it was 06? 06. We got to the NC Championship game. 09 we won a Super Bowl. So where's the standard now? It's up here.
Right.
It's up here. So now when Drew is not performing as one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league, we need to get rid of Drew. He bad. He fell off. Drew is still probably a top 5. Well, I would say he's still a top 5 quarterback in this league. He's just not at that standard that we holding him to how he was when he first got it. Same thing with his offensive line. Dallas offensive line when they drafted Zach Morton and brought in Lionel Collins and Tyron Smith. They was dominating everybody. So now that they not blowing everybody out the ball this year, now they fell off.
Top 5 offensive line.
Still top 5 offensive line. Let's look at Zeke in the belly. He got to step away from the Twinkies.
Hey, Kevin Coates said get off his guy like that, man.
Hey, he must be on your fantasy, Kevin. He got to be on your fantasy because ain't no way you just taking. You better be a Saints fan.
His fantasy is horrible now.
Yeah,
Just take a shot.
And his fantasy team went up.
A lot of people fantasies is shot right.
That's why I ain't picking.
I mean, Turfed him.
That's why I ain't picking.
That's
why I ain't picking.
Somewhere.
Out and on Odell out. A lot of.
Yeah, my fantasy.
You may have both of them, Pete.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Team of the two.
Went up in hell when David Johnson got hurt.
Look,
but a little old guy by the name of Kadeem Hunt been helping your boy out. I told y'all about that kid. I remember telling y'all.
Look at Rome. Rome say it's called defensive adjustment. You know what?
Right.
You know what? My heart go. Hold up.
Say
Not to change the subject. My heart go out to you, Rome.
Don't you dare say it. Don't you dare say it. It's a 24-hour rule. It's been a week. Let it go. Let it go.
My heart go out to you and the East St. John Nation, East St. John Wildcat family. I saw the video. What happened to y'all at Destrehan? You had a loss taken away from y'all. Hopefully that don't stop y'all from getting in the playoffs. It was clear as day. John Emery fumbled that ball. They took that game away from y'all, man. I feel bad for you, bro. I feel bad for you.
24-hour rule, man. That's overdone.
Dude, did you see the video?
I seen it.
That could cost them from getting in the playoffs.
No, it can't.
What? They struggling this year, now.
No, they're not.
They fighting for their life to get in the playoffs. You win that. They give you some more PowerPoints.
They in there.
All right.
They in there.
All right.
Well,
Jerome, look at Rome. Thanks, G. I'm still hurting.
You think I'm hurting?
Hey, you let that happen to y'all against St. Alina. And you gonna be doing the same thing. I'm gonna call you after the game like this.
You gonna be there?
You right? I'm gonna be there. Right. I'm gonna console him. I'm gonna bring you home like you brought me home. My car got stolen. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Got your back.
They found my car too.
They did?
They found it.
Where was it?
Somewhere in Boosie Hood.
it's not funny.
Zoom.
They found it. They found it. They found it. They found it. They
Oh
found
my
it.
God.
They towing it to me tomorrow. They gonna bring it to the body shop, get it fixed.
Kevin Coates says my fantasy is definitely hurt. Oh yeah.
The driver's side door was messed up.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Hey, Jerome, shake it off. You talked about my LSU Tiger. You think I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? Shake it off.
But guess who they got to play this week, baby? Terrebonne Tiger, Ja'Kai Douglas. Stay woke, Rome. Your D-line better stay woke. Because, he coming. He coming.
So on to Dallas. So where we are with the Cowboys?
I just told you.
They out?
I ain't gonna say that because
They out?
Because the NFC, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Man.
Looking at the NFL right now, dude, it's really a toss up.
The NFL is open.
Thank you. On both sides. Man, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions make it to the Super Bowl right now. That's or the Eagles.
I'm talking about from the playoffs. Like the playoffs.
The Cowboys still in it, man. I mean, they still got a good team. They still got one of the best offensive lines. You still got Jason Witten. You still got Dez Bryant. I mean, you still got Dak who is progressing as a quarterback. You know,
and you still have doable running backs. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you got McFadden, you got Alfred Morris.
Those guys are doable running backs. I mean, you know, they may not be Ezekiel came took the show, but those guys still doable.
But what I'm looking at is, and I would say this because I think the NFC right now, as far as wins, I think they probably have more than the AFC. But I think it's going to be real tough to make it in the NFC, especially if you're looking at the wild card standpoint because of the amount of wins. When you even looking at Seattle, they 3-2. I'm too unsure about what the Rams are, but right now they're 3-2. It's still wide open. But I'm looking at the North. And I'm saying the Lions are a good team. The Packers are a good team. The Vikings are a good team. You know they're gonna have it's gonna come down to something. And I'm looking at the NFC side. And I'm saying to myself, bruh,
at least everybody.
Atlanta,
right.
Carolina.
I'm not sold on Carolina. Carolina will lose tonight.
I hope they do.
They need
As
to
a
do.
Saints
I'm not sold. I'm not sold on the Bucks.
No, the Bucks too inconsistent.
I'm telling y'all,
James
Doug
Winston
Martin
too
coming back
inconsistent.
is gonna be a
It's
problem.
gonna be a plus. It's gonna be a plus. But
James
Jameis Winston
Winston
is not taking. He has not taken the next step. It's not, and you could tell the head coach how you pronounce his name? Carter, whatever his name is.
Kirk Cutter.
Kirk damn Cutter. If you watch Hard Knocks, you could clearly tell he don't really care for Jameis, dog. Like if you could read between the lines, just watch how
he don't care for his style.
Thank you.
I'll say that.
Thank you. He don't really like Jameis, and I think he's like has a short leash with Jameis. I mean, of course he's not going to bench him.
No,
we know that, but that affects your relationship with the quarterback and head coach. It affects play calling
because that's the reason why he became the head coach because they thought they had a good relationship. That's why they fired Lovie Smith.
Well, first of all, Lovie shouldn't have got fired.
Thank you.
We all agree with that one.
Thank you.
We all agree with that.
Thank you. Shit. I just feel like this. I feel like this. Tampa Bay is that team that I'm not sold on, but I wouldn't want to play them. They one of them teams. Like they're 8-18. They're 8-18.
They could be, but a win or two.
I'm sorry, I seen lights. I thought nobody seen the clock.
Oh, I see it.
Yes, Mike, I pulled over. But if the Saints, if we can split these next 2 games with the Lions and the Packers, because I mean, let's be honest with you, there's no way in hell I see us going to Green Bay and win that. I just don't see it.
Well, let's talk.
I mean, did you see what Aaron Rodgers did to people Sunday? How he gave him life and took it away.
Another front runner for MVP to lead. Aaron Rodgers is kind of starting to show everybody that from his quarterback thing that you're really watching greatness when you're watching him.
Man,
the stuff that he can do.
A minute and 3 seconds.
You're watching greatness.
One time out too.
You're watching greatness,
son. I couldn't believe it.
Now, they got a lot of people saying this, and I want to get y'all. I want to get y'all take on this. They are saying that Aaron Rodgers is better than Brady. So I'm gonna give y'all my take, but I want to hear y'all take on this.
Athletically, yes.
I think people are being prisoner of the moment, but keep going.
Athletically, he is.
Athletically,
that's
the
he's the only quarterback I think that is consistent, that can make every play inside the pocket and make every consistent throw outside the pocket. I think he's the only quarterback in the NFL that can do that season by season. Meaning that when it comes to any situation, he can handle it. Brady is a quarterback, if you blitz him up the middle and you get him out of that little pocket that he's in,
start tap dancing.
He makes bad throws. Aaron Rodgers is the only quarterback when you say, you know what, if you just blitz him up the middle, you're in trouble. If you don't blitz him up the middle, you're in trouble. But it's kind of one of those things where when I look at Aaron Rodgers and I look at Brady, I don't want to take nothing away from Tom Brady and what he's done what they've done as a team and as an organization. They're always going to compete. They're always going to be there. And Brady's going to, when you finally gave him a Hall of Fame receiver, you saw what happened.
Second most points in NFL history, huh?
You gave him Randy Moss the first year, and you saw what happened. You saw historic numbers. You saw undefeated regular season, and that's when you really watch the greatness. Aaron Rodgers has never really had that caliber receiver on his team.
I'm about to
not Randy Moss.
But he has
great players.
He has great players.
I'm not saying he had Donald Driver, Greg Jennings,
stop
all those guys
Randy Moss.
But he never had a Randy Moss.
And he ain't never Randy Moss, but I mean he had 4 receivers that could give you 100 yards any given day.
Right. Yeah. I'm talking about the year he won the Super Bowl with James Jones and Donald Driver and Greg Jennings and Jordy Nelson. I'm not saying
Michael Finley.
I'm not saying he didn't have talent. I say he never had a receiver like Randy Moss.
I agree.
To put the same numbers up.
But that wasn't the Randy Moss that Brady
got.
That wasn't the freak. That wasn't the take
23 touchdowns.
That wasn't.
I mean, I'll call because that was on Randy Moss' latter part of his career. But at the end of the day, bro, that year was still.
It was something. It was special. But I'm saying, but that would you rather that Randy Moss playing for the Patriots, that one, or would you rather the one that played for the Vikings?
I want Minnesota all day.
Yeah,
anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody gonna want that?
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't. It was. He's still Moss, but he wasn't that Moss.
What?
I mean, he was a deep threat by then.
What I'm saying, Aaron Rodgers has never had like a Hall of Fame receiver.
Donald Driver's going to the Hall of Fame. I'm not just saying that because he's from Alcorn.
I don't think Donald Driver's going to
the Hall of Fame.
Nah.
The Packers?
Nah. Okay. It's going to take him probably 4 or 5.
Right. It's going to take him a little minute to get
like he might be a 4 or 5 ballot.
Right.
He damn sure ain't no first ballot Hall of Fame.
I didn't say he was.
He damn sure ain't no second at the ballot Hall of Fame.
Okay. That's going to take a while because of the way they Hall of Fame look at receivers.
When I think about Donald Driver, I don't think about Hall of Fame. I think about a hard worker.
A great overachiever.
Like Hines Ward, right?
You saw that, but you know the numbers that Hines Ward put up.
That's true.
Hines Ward numbers is. I didn't even know Hines Ward put up no kind of numbers. Yeah. I didn't even know. But when you talk about the numbers, you can't leave him out the Hall of Fame.
Right. When I think about Donald Driver, I'm also looking at another Packer who played there. I'm thinking about Antonio Freeman. Hard worker. great skill set, put a lot of numbers up, can't take nothing from him. But I don't think of Hall of Fame. You see what I'm saying? It's not what I'm thinking, you know. Same thing goes with like Greg Jennings. I think of Robert Brooks when they had him. Hard worker, put a lot of numbers, but I don't think Hall of Fame.
Well, we getting away from the original question that G asked. I'm gonna say this: Rodgers has the better arm than Brady. That's it. That's the only thing he got better than Brady.
Well, in athleticism.
That's the only thing he got better than Brady.
You don't count that athleticism?
Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, that too.
To be able to extend plays with your legs?
Okay, but I look at from Javon Walker.
I forgot about Javon Walker. Antonio Freeman. Oh, he did it? Oh, yeah, Brett Favre. Brett Favre.
You know what I'm saying? He from Javon Walker to now up into Randall Cobb. Pound for like if you have all those receivers that Aaron has a chance to throw to compared to what Brady had, there's no question you taking the Packers receivers over what the Patriots had. To put up the type of numbers and to do the things that he does with Deion Branch, Amendola, who's a cast off, who you took
Chris Hogan.
What's the first white height?
Julian Edelman.
Julian Edelman. It's Wes Welker. You made Wes Welker a household name. You take Julian Edelman. Nah. He could play. He could play. He could play. He could play. That's a hard work. You know what I'm saying? I got that. But Troy Brown, nobody knew who the hell Troy Brown was. They went to the
AFC.
David Patton.
They went to the AFC Championship.
Jermaine Wiggins.
With Shea Caldwell and Jabbar Gaffney.
And not only that, it's a quarterbacking is an art form. It's easy to do something when you can. When you can throw the ball 70 yards downfield from your wrist without even taking a step and just telling your receiver just go, the ball gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? But setting up a drive. I've seen Brady like have a defense that's so much better than his offense line can handle. He'll go in and he'll change the snap count. He'll flip the formation just to make you think, knowing all along that the play coming right here. It just overall like it's Brady's, no question. Look, Jerome said it best, man. Until you see somebody get 5, you can't talk.
You can't say talk. You can't say nothing.
But I mean, sometimes. What you about to say? Go ahead.
I mean, what I think is, athletically, yes, but from an overall quarterback aspect, I gotta go with my dog Tom. That's piggybacking on what Coach said. As a quarterback, your ability to recognize what's going on before the snap is pivotal. I mean, Aaron has that, but nobody does it better than Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Nobody.
In the regular season.
In the regular well, you had to get that in
there. Yeah, best regular season quarterback ever.
Correct. And you're correct. But nobody does it like Peyton. And with that, I don't have to be as mobile. I don't have to I don't need automatic
athleticism.
In out the pocket. Wide receivers. Because I could direct you. Because even though I may not be on a run, I can make every throw on the field. And I can put it to a spot. I can go through a window. I can back throw you. And if I have to, I'll do a little jiggy on the side, you know what I'm saying? Because he is a little stutter, you know what I'm saying? He do get the little dancing feet, but that's any human nature, you know. And just an overall quarterback position, I think Tom got him hands down. Hands down.
I can't go hands down. And I think we sometimes, as sports fans, what do everybody always bring up?
About that one, you know what I'm saying?
Rings. We always bring up rings. I know a lot of great players don't have no rings.
Yeah,
Patrick Ewing. I mean, I'm not switching sports, but I'm just saying, Karl Malone, John Stockton. There's a lot of people that don't have rings, and Chris Paul. Like Chris Paul, probably one of the best point guards to ever play this game. Right. He don't have a ring.
Ha ha ha.
Very well. He never been to a conference finals. So Tom Brady is fortunate. He's fortunate from the aspect of you have one of the best, or arguably the best, coach to ever coach in the NFL, and Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's big. That's just like Kobe Bryant. Kobe, you had Phil, you had Shaq, you had the Zen Master, you had arguably the most dominant center to ever play the game. So you're blessed at the end of the day. I always say what I always say. I say this all the time. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. You're only good as your situation. I always use this term. Derek Carr and Ben Roethlisberger. They came in the same draft. If Roethlisberger go to the Texans, we don't know who the hell he is. If Carr go to the Pittsburgh Steelers,
he's still playing.
He's still playing. He might be still doing what Big Ben is doing now. Because what did Ben go into? He had a great running game, great offensive line. He had a great defense. That's when Pittsburgh defense was like giving up like 10 points a game.
the real still Curtin.
He didn't have to go into. He didn't have to go into the starter. They had Tommy Maddox.
Exactly. Dak Prescott. You know, everybody won't crown Dak Prescott. I'm not saying Dak Prescott is a bad quarterback.
Situation.
Look at the situation he going into. You went into a situation with the best offensive line in the NFL. You got a bevy of weapons and a hell of a running back. So let's not just be quick to say, oh, he ain't got the reins, he not on his level. I'm not gonna say that. Now, if the game on the line and who would I want the ball, who hand would I want the ball in out of Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, I'm about to go Aaron Rodgers. Why? It's one reason why. It's one reason why and one reason why only. Because he can extend plays with his legs. And that's something you can't draw up. That's something you can't coach. That's something that just God-given. He just know how to get out of the pocket, improvise, direct, keep his eyes on the field, and either run or throw it down the field. He showed it against Dallas, and he showed it a bevy of other times. So, do I think Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT? Come on, I ain't gonna go that far. I ain't be a prisoner of the moment. But I will say, if the game was on the line, I would want the ball in Aaron Rodgers' hands.
Now, Damian Jenkins say,
he a Patriots fan, huh?
Well, he wrong with this because he said that Tom Brady will still have 2 to 3 rings.
Stop, Dame. Stop.
He wrong. Cause look, let me. I got this. Well, I got this one. I got this.
You go, my bad.
I got this one. I got. Let me remind you that the first one that you thought you would have had came from a game that you shouldn't even been in. That's one.
What game?
The one against Oakland. The Tuck rule. Yeah, the Tuck rule.
You shouldn't even been there. You shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, that's real.
Right.
That's real.
So that's one that you wouldn't have. I'm gonna pick it back off of that same one. If Adam Vinatieri don't make a field goal, that ain't Belichick. That's Adam Vinatieri. So that's another. Wait, hold on. Matter of fact, Vinatieri won 3 of them for you.
Yeah.
It was 3 or 2.
3.
2. I
think it was 2.
2, and then Gauskowski won 2 for him.
Well, I know Vinatieri beat the Rams and he beat the Carolina Panthers.
Then Ghost.
But how you got down there? You had to get down there.
What?
That come on.
Hold
and think about
Wait a minute. Because don't forget, Dante Culpepper got the greatest Vikings team that I've ever seen put together. No. He got that team down there
and
in the NFC Championship, and he got him down there. Gary Anderson missed the field goal. We ain't talking about how they got down there.
And how many field
goals? We don't talk about they got down there. We talk about he missed the field goal.
And how many field goals Gary Anderson had made in a row?
He made 92 in a row.
I don't think it was 92.
No, it was 92. It was a record. It was like a Guinness World Book record.
92. You sure it went 42?
You know what I'm saying?
92 is a lot.
I'm just saying,
I know he missed it.
He made a lot of consecutive field goals in a row. Right. And it wasn't no long. What was it, like 42 yards?
Yeah,
40. It was
waved in his range.
Yeah, and
we're not talking about the field goal.
I'm just saying, it's only one game. It's only one Super Bowl that Brady that I can say, all right, Brady, you did that. That's the last one. That's the last one.
They beat the Eagles.
Nah. I don't care.
But he
because
I
look
kind of
at
playing on Cole right there. I kind of playing on Cole because he kind of he just got lost in the whole Super Bowl.
I think
bad time. Yeah, McNabb. He just got bad. He had
Hold
bad time.
I think if Terrell Owens was completely healthy,
what you mean he cut out?
Completely healthy.
Dog, Terrell Owens, T.O. had like 130-yard receiving and a touchdown that game.
That was on
completely healthy. Do y'all remember?
Hold up. So 131 yards and a touchdown. What you wanted? 300 yards and 3 touchdowns?
Do you realize
that's a damn good game in the Super Bowl? You
ain't
even do that.
You realize that he had like 56 or 60 of them yards came off of one play? I'm just saying,
that's football, dog.
And
they bragging him the whole game. He got shot out with the cortisone shot before the game.
That's a hell of a shot.
A hell of a shot.
That's what I'm saying, man.
No, hold up. I gotta get the Dame. Dame, hold up. Dame, I just want you to know you're bad. You're bad. He says, so how can y'all compliment Bill without Brady? How does he have continued success without building his system around Brady? I'll tell you how. Do you remember 2009 or 2010 when he first game of the season against Kansas City? He tells the ACL, who comes in? Matt Castle, who nobody knew who he was, didn't even start at USC. Right. They went 11-5. Don't tell me nothing about
it's Bill.
They building it around Brady. Matt Castle went 11-5.
Ain't got a contract afterwards.
Nah, I'm not trying to.
Well, don't you ain't had to go that far back for him. Do you realize last year? Do you realize who started the first 6 games for them last year?
Garoppolo.
And they only won. They only lost one, and that team went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
It's not just
great. I'm not trying to discredit Brady. Brady is still like one of the best quarterbacks to ever play this game. I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying.
Well, he is number one.
But don't act right. But don't act like Belichick ain't the captain of this yacht.
Believe that. Believe that.
And I think that's where the two differences comes in at. Because when you look at Mike McCarthy, looking at the two, you think is Mike McCarthy? He may have groomed Emmett to what he has become.
They both go hand in hand.
But they kind of go hand in hand. But if you have to get rid of one tomorrow,
McCarthy
gone.
Yeah, there. I'm going. I'm hollering to McCarthy.
And I think that's where the two differences come in at.
And how you know how I know Mike McCarthy is a good offensive play caller? Because think about it.
He had Aaron Brooks.
He had Aaron Brooks downhill.
Yep.
Well, he had Jeff Blake to start off.
Yep.
And then he got hurt. And he
groomed. Here's the thing, though. He got Aaron Brooks. He was in Green Bay as coordinator, and when he came here, he took Aaron Brooks with him.
Right. Right. And that took us to we beat the Rams in a wild card game. So like Mike McCarthy is a hell of an offensive guru.
Right.
But let's not be stupid. Aaron Rodgers is the guy.
Forget that, man. I can't believe you forgot that T.O. broke his leg right before the playoff.
That cortisone is serious.
And he slept in that tent. And I'm talking about. I want 100% T.O. I want the.
The man had 100 and something yards receiving and a touchdown.
I think they still lose.
They still lose.
Still gonna lose that game.
You forgot Donovan McNabb was the one throwing up on the sideline. He was the one that lost him the game.
Look, I didn't say. Did I rewind the tape?
Mr. No Urgency.
Hey, rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. Look, I didn't say it was T.O. fault. I just said I wanted T.O. 100%. And he might have, look, if he was 100%, he might have went for 220. In a win.
Name somebody in NFL history that went for 200 plus yards in a Super Bowl.
Hey, records are made to be broken.
Name somebody. T.O. ain't that damn good.
Records are made to be
T.O. ain't that damn good. Randy Moss ain't do it. Jared Rice ain't do it.
Records are made to be broken.
Marvin Harrison never done it.
Michael Irvin ain't do it.
Hey, the team never came back for 25 points. But somebody had to do it, goddamn. Hot damn, there it is. Woo!
I must say, Coach Hurricane Hen has some of the best rebuttals I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
They say, man, look, when you light skin it, when you got an edit point line it, when you grow up in Kennedy Heights and Marrero, and if you can't fight all these people, you better be able to do something.
Better do something.
I wasn't gonna fight everybody, but my comeback skills are great now.
I got a rebuttal for every goddamn thing you say.
Hey,
and they be on point.
Hey, just like the healthy people got a diet for every day.
Well, listen, we got to bring them to the next topic. Listen, we got to talk Saints football, folks. Got to talk it. Saints lines, but we got bigger news to happen this week. Adrian Peterson got traded to the Cardinals.
Y'all want me to go first, or y'all won't go after me?
Take the lead.
Here we go.
Where we at with this?
Mickey Loomis bad. He bad. I don't know if him and Kurt Forrester are together snorting lines before he make deals, and I don't know what's going on, but I don't agree with trading your Adrian Peterson. Here's why. Okay, I know everybody's saying, "Oh, he not getting enough touches. He not getting enough snaps. Right. This offense don't fit him. Sean Payton is a pass-first coach. All this, I hear all that, and I understand that. But do y'all realize Mark Ingram is not durable? Mark Ingram
fumbles the ball.
Has a fumbling problem. We benched him last year for fumbling. He gets hurt. He gets hurt a lot. He gets hurt a lot.
More durable.
He gets hurt a lot.
Yes.
So if Mark Ingram goes down, who we gonna look to? Travis Victor? Huh?
Daniel Lasco?
That's my whole point, man. In the NFL, I tell people all the time, if you want a team that can compete for the Super Bowl or compete to get to the playoffs, one of the biggest things in the NFL is what? Depth. You need depth at every position. Why do you think the Patriots so good? Because when somebody get hurt, next man up.
They got 5 of the same running back to do the same thing.
And you all do the same thing. And I understand that Kamara is emerging. Yes, Kamara should be getting most of the touches. I understand all that. But you're gonna trade Adrian Peterson, and you don't know what's gonna happen at next game or the game after. This is an injury-prone league. The running back position is more brutal than a damn firefighter, than a damn cop, than a damn whatever, astronaut, whatever is dangerous out there. It should be along them lines. You shouldn't have traded Adrian Peterson. You shouldn't have traded him. And if you're going to trade anybody, you should have traded Mark Ingram and got rid of that contract. At least Adrian Peterson not tied up for a whole lot of money. You see what I'm saying? And so I think Mickey Loomis, and then you got a 6th-round pick. Now, I know we couldn't get no 1st or 2nd, 3rd-round pick for
six, but come on.
But you could have at least got a 4th or a 5th. I mean, goddamn.
You traded him to a team that needed it back.
You could have at least got a 4th or a 5th.
It's a conditional.
Meaning, explain
if he gets 800 yards, it's a 4th-round pick.
That's
at worst it's a 6.
I don't.
Worst it's a 6.
Right. I don't see that happening. Think about it. Listen.
800 yards is possible.
The Cardinals GM is schooling Mickey Loomis. They just came out a report. Think about it. Think about the irony of this.
Okay,
it's funny this happens. After the trade happens, some report out of Phoenix, out of Arizona, comes out and says David Johnson is going to be back by Thanksgiving. So when he comes back, who you think gonna get the bulk of the carries and the bulk of the touches?
Hey, all you gotta do is
you talking like 800 yards is easy to come by.
Like that could be one of it. It could be like if he gets a certain amount of snaps, if he gets
it's 800 yards.
Certain.
That's the conditions.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
If David Johnson was out for the year, that's a different story. I'm like, all right, yeah, he should be able to get 800 yards. David Johnson come back. They say he's going to be back by Thanksgiving. There's no way I see Adrian Peterson, unless he just go run crazy these next 3-4 weeks. There's no way I see him getting 800 yards by the time Thanksgiving comes, which leads me to believe we're going to have a 6th-round pick. We might have had kept him for all that. That's all I'm saying. I just don't like the deals that Mickey Loomis makes, bro. It just don't make no sense to me. You said all that. You brought the man to New Orleans Food and Spirits. It took him out to eat. But in all season and learned him here. The man could have went to Green Bay. The man could have went to the Patriots.
They were in New York.
Y'all could have went to New York. Y'all pieced this man up to come here to get 9 snaps a game, and now you trade him away for a 6th-round pick. Come on, man. Making Loomis bad. Who is snorting more lines? That's the question. Give me the over and under. Him or Chris Forrester?
bad.
Bad. Making Loomis bad.
Hey, bro, I had a different opinion, but I gotta ride with you on that one, dog.
Making Loomis bad, dog.
That's bad.
Come on, dog.
Don't get me wrong. We need to fight Mickey Loomis. I've been saying that since last year when Freddie was this hashtag fight
Loomis. I've been on that trip for like a year and a half.
Right,
now.
you know what I'm saying? I've been joined on that boat, but I had a different opinion, but I got to roll with you on that one.
I will say this, and here's where I think the emergence of Alvin Kamara has been a great thing for us. I was not known about Alvin Kamara. Told him about him.
We try to tell you, dog.
Kid can play, flat out.
Oh, I know.
He's kind of exactly what Sean Payton loves. He's been like Reggie Bush. He's like Darren Sproles. He's the next best thing up on his team. Now, I think when you sign Adrian Peterson, at the end of the day, this is a back who always gonna need carries. And at the end of the day, if you're not gonna give him carries, then you kind of force the situation to where this guy still has a season or two left, and you do have to make this deal. But I would probably agree with you on this part here. Mark Ingram has not showed. I've been saying for the longest time, I've been calling him Ice Bucket since he got drafted here. He has not showed why he's still the lead back on his team. Hasn't showed.
I would have got rid of that contract.
He has not shown why he is the lead back for this team. I know last year he had a 1,000-yard foot, but you're talking a kid who had 1,000 yards that was benched during the Rams game and didn't put back in for Hightower because he fumbled the ball.
Right. He fumbled, and he caused it against Kansas City.
Caused the game against Kansas City with the fumbles.
Yeah, in the red zone.
So,
and he get hurt a lot.
It's a contract that you can trade, and 2, you can get a higher pick for. And 3, if you have a Kamara coming up and you got AP for 2 years, $7 million.
They cut no. They cut no. They cut up with the comment. No. They cut up with the comment.
As soon as I see $10 comment, I couldn't.
No, they cut up with the comment. You can still get another back. You can draft another back in this draft. It's just one of those things.
Read the comments, dog. No, they cut up, dog. They cut up, dog.
Oh my God.
$10 said, watch out, Mickey. Let me hit this line.
Producer, can we show do we have a video of Chris Foles to hit the line with the $20 bill? See, that way he was bad at too. If you're going to hit that line, man, hit that line with a $100 bill.
Yeah, you going to hit the whole
you making all that money in the NFL, you snorting that line with a $20 bill, man.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, man. But let's get on that.
Well, before we get on that, let me
Producer about to show that video.
Let me say what I think about the trade. Should have been happened. Adrian Peterson didn't fit here. That's just the point. I don't think we should have signed him in the point. Yeah, like running back is a durable thing. You could have got I would have felt better if we'd have reached out to a Shane Vereen.
Right. Danny Woodhead.
Yeah, somebody, somebody that's like half in that mode to get you. AP is a back that, like, he's not good at touch number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but touch
19,
9,
20,
10, you'll start seeing some shaking. Then come touch 15. Well, this offense is not built for that. Like maybe if the Seahawks would have signed AP instead of Eddie Lacy, he would be doing some damage. What I'm saying? But look, it's a reason why AP sat out, didn't get brought in. So his style of football is gone. His style of football is gone. So, I'm always a component of, if you're going to lose them anyway, get something for them. Hey, a 6th round don't look sexy right now until you see what that 6th round can do.
I think Sean Payton needs 3 scat backs and call it quits.
Yeah, just keep a scat.
Nah.
Keep a scat.
You need somebody that can run downhill at some point. You need somebody that can run downhill.
And that's the thing. But you need a downhill runner, but they don't need a popular downhill runner. They always had the Mike Bell, the Chris Ivory, Kyrie Robinson, a guy who's a low.
You don't really need that, but like you said, only thing you really need is like a Danny Moorhead, somebody like that, somebody who's in between, Danny run him inside the tackles.
Yeah, Danny did the same thing in San Francisco.
You don't need a big bruising down bad runner.
You need at least one, though. You need at least one.
But this is the thing. This is how I look at it. We just see it from the outside. We don't know what was going on in that locker room.
I mean,
we know, like we take AP like when he interviewed, like he doesn't come off threatening and all that stuff. But
you seen that
we
look
see
he
that
gave?
look that he gave
Sean Payton.
But on top of that, we seen it. AP is still one of those dudes that he can step foot in anybody's locker room, no matter what organization. They be like, "Oh man, that's AP. That's AP." You know what I'm saying? He be like, "Man, what's going on, man? Look, man, be real, man. I ain't getting no touches, man. This something got to shake, man." You know what I'm saying? He could be trying to speak in somebody, just rooting out something, starting something that.
He said that when he got traded.
Like, man, you know what? Just go ahead. Just cut ties.
What's bad is what happened with Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson tweeted, "Man, y'all need to give my dog more touches." And they released him for AP.
All right, we'll get you some touches.
No problem.
Yeah, come get all these touches.
Big Jimmy Hackman said AP was a cancer. Good riddance. Ooh.
I ain't gonna say he was a cancer, because he said all the right things to the media, and like a lot of his teammates were saying, he was still a good teammate. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just when you used to being that guy. You can't expect,
hard.
It's tough, dog. It's tough. It's tough.
And Kevin Carr said, just saying y'all complaining about a 6th pick. Draft the guy who will give you everything they have. A 6th round created a dynasty. Assuming he from it to Tom Brady.
That's when your scouting department is on point.
Your front office is
I don't trust the Saints scouting
Me either.
right now.
Me either. Ever since your boy,
ever since the 06 draft.
What's your boy?
Ever since Ryan Pace.
Ever since Ryan Pace left.
Of the Bears.
And look at their drafts. Look at their drafts.
Eddie Jackson.
Look what they doing. Amos, Floyd, the people
Fuller.
Give him
Jordan Howard.
I'm not saying I would be so quick to say Fuller.
Fuller.
I just love to see you, Fred, say something about Fuller. Y'all go back.
Fuller gonna be a good corner, man. I'm telling you, Fuller a good corner, man.
Boy, you can stop. Boy, you can stop.
Boy, when you just throw that bait out there, and you ain't got a ball feet. You know when you just go straight to the bait.
Name some corner better than him. Name some corner better than Kyle Fuller.
Name some corners.
Name some corner better than him. Don't stay no superstar. Name some corners that's better than Kyle Fuller.
Marcus Lattimore is better than him.
I'll give you that one. Maybe.
No.
That's arguable.
That's not arguable.
That's arguable. Keep going.
Okay. I'm going to go on a limb, and I don't even like this dude. Kareem Jackson is better than Kyle Fuller.
Boy,
Kareem Jackson.
I don't like him.
No.
Yeah, he better than Kyle Fuller.
He just faster. Nah,
he better than Kyle Fuller.
Nah, he play off. At least Kyle go get down in there.
I like Kareem Jackson. I like Kareem Jackson. That's not.
I don't like him.
Listen,
but he's been
Kyle
a starter
Fuller
for
young.
like 8 years.
He burn unit.
It's his second year.
He burn unit.
Stop, man.
Get back and watch
So
this.
who better out of Kyle Fuller and Trey Waynes?
Trey Waynes is bad.
Oh, all right. See.
Oh, boy, I thought you about to say Trey Wayne. I was about to say producer.
We got a problem. I was about to say.
No way.
Boy.
Bad.
Oh, boy.
He bad.
When I tell you.
Woo!
Boy, Michigan State, ain't?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That bad?
Oh, he bad.
He ran that 4-3 and everybody got fucking brainwashed.
I think a girl made that pick.
They say he played for the Vikings?
A girl made that pick. Like a light-skinned dude, long hair.
He bad. I can't.
No kids? Come on.
He horrible.
What's the number to the show?
Number to the show, guys. If you want to give us a call, tune in 504-341-8255. Trey Wayne's bad.
Hey, now,
341 what?
341-8255.
Now let's talk about the cocaine. Though. Let's talk about the cocaine. We got it.
Cocaine Cowboys.
Cocaine. Oh, there it is.
Producer.
Oh, yeah. Show him the video.
Hey, babe. Miss you. Thinking about you. How about me going to a meeting and doing this before I go? There's those big rains falling, but I miss you. I miss you a lot. What do you think? Crazy? No, babe. It's going to be a while before we can do this again. Because I know you're going to keep that baby. But I think about you when I do it. I think about how much I miss you, how high we got together, how much fun it was. So much fun. The last little bit before I go to my meeting. Is that fucked up, you think? I think not. I wish I was looking at this.
Folks, that is the video.
Man, hey, ladies and gentlemen, the white Jimmy Early.
I want to know this. Why this not playing over all TV networks
right now?
Why
exactly.
Why you think?
Exactly.
Let's keep it funky.
Man, I wish we had the scene from American Gangster when Denzel in the car. You can't do your job because you always coked up all the motherfucking time. Coked up.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, man, that's Jimmy Early, man. I'm telling you, man.
And listen, this is what the coach will make you do.
Oh, he tearing his nose up.
He's videotaping himself.
And then such a woman.
You're bad. What is that? What is that equivalent to like jacking off and that's what a turn on? Like I'm confused. No, he wilding.
He impersonated himself.
Oh, he in about 4 of them things.
I can't even lie. I'm gonna sell it to the highest bidder. If that was me, if I was the chick, I would have sold it to the highest bidder. Man, I got some juicy, goosey, Lord.
You would think playing around America.
No, I know he have about 3 nosebleeds a month.
That boy's
Dog, he cut up, dog.
I miss you.
Every time I'm doing it,
Timothy,
I'm thinking about you.
Tiffany Coward said, "OMG, he's a freak."
And I'm looking, I'm like, is he talking? Who?
No, she said, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit here. She said he used her body as a table to snort cocaine.
Yes, indeed.
If that ain't sick, I don't know what is, and I don't know why ESPN, ABC, NBC, and every damn TV network out there ain't showing this damn video all damn day. All damn day. Because you know if it was somebody else. Woo. You know if it was somebody else, you get where I'm going.
Where you going? Where you going?
Man, look.
So you trying to tell me if there was somebody right here in this section, if y'all can see, if there was somebody in this that was sitting in this section of the stadium, it'll be all over the place.
All over the place.
Okay.
All over the place.
Since somebody that shit like
all over Bleacher Report, all over Bleacher Report, all over everywhere. That's all I'm saying, dog. It's just funny how the media pick and choose what they want to blow up. And guess what? They gonna forget about this. He gonna have a job. He gonna have a job next year. Probably he gonna have a job by the summertime.
No. This is sad thing. He probably is still getting paid. That's the sad thing. No.
And then he had a choice to resign.
He had a choice to resign.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You just want to be fired.
That's
you had a choice.
He probably still getting paid. If they come up to you and say, hey, look, it's best if you resign.
You getting paid.
Take care of you.
You getting paid. Believe that.
It's best if you resign. And you resign.
That's the problem I have. You shouldn't have had the choice. I feel what you're saying. I don't disagree with you. I don't think public perception-wise, she never had the option to resign.
Okay, so the whole panel wasn't here. The whole panel wasn't here last week because game.
Yeah, I was working.
So Jerome posed a question. I'm gonna ask. So what's the bigger issue here? What Cam did or this? No, I'm this. No. I'm not. It's a rhetorical question. But I'm saying, what's the bigger issue, Cam or this? But here it is. We still talking about Cam. A whole week later, and this just happened.
Yes.
And nobody's
talking about it.
Why? I didn't even know about it. I'm like, 4:30. You ready? You gotta be kidding me.
You know what I'm saying? Why are we not talking about it? And the thing is, you have for the NFL who's so hard on you smoke weed, you out of here.
Yeah,
you're right.
Or you smoke weed, you lose 6 games. You smoke weed twice, you out for a whole year. Here this motherfucker, the goddamn coach in here,
before the meeting.
Like I'm talking about hard.
He probably in the meeting so geeked.
I'm in love with that.
Look. He probably in the meeting. You know what I'm saying? He probably in the film room. You know what I'm saying?
Geeked up.
You you know what I'm saying, telling his
Zooted and booted.
You know what I'm saying? But yet, that's damn, man.
And it's funny that you bring that up, Coach M, because people are still talking about how disrespectful Cam Newton was to laugh and giggle, which, like I said last week, he answered the question, he moved on. He got to take responsibility for that. But this week here, there's no lot of press about this.
This is happened a few days ago that this came reported, and now we're on Thursday, ain't nobody talking about it. But people are still talking about how Cam Newton needs to be more mature and how he needs to act in the public. It's crazy. It's mind-boggling to me how a quarterback, is going to get a black quarterback is going to get that kind of press, and people are talking about it.
Lost his
endorsement.
I didn't think it was
That's the biggest endorsement. And people are talking about it. But this week here, we got coaches snorting up all kind of stuff.
I mean, this is crazy.
He ain't baking soda.
I don't even think Cameron being disrespectful to the young lady, to the woman, myself personally. I mean,
But the point is, people still talking about it.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
And
So
people
it's
not
like,
talking
this is
about
crazy. This is
this guy
ridiculous.
not getting having an option to resign.
I feel like this. People might feel some type of way about what I'm about to see.
It's crazy, man.
What I'm going to say.
Say
What? But what Cam did, I don't feel like it deserved for him to lose an endorsement. I don't feel like it deserved negative press. It wasn't that big of a deal. Because let's talk about this. Who? Let's say doesn't Kim Kardashian have like a makeup line or something? No, it's Rihanna. Rihanna just like launched a new makeup line. Forgot the name of it. It started with an S, I think. If any one of you guys know it off the top of the hand, I'm gonna think you're suspect. But
we can ask Ariel. We got
Ariel probably know. She probably know. But
Ariel and Miss Jimmy, they know.
Right.
They hold it down for us.
Right. But Rihanna started a makeup line.
Right.
And just say if she had a press conference about her makeup line, and I'm in a press conference.
Right.
I'm in the media, and I'm like this. Rihanna, well, I think that type of base that you put on your face when you do a concert, I don't think it resembles your complexion that good, and I don't think it does anything for your eyes.
She could be like, oh shit.
She would be well within her rights, well within her means to say. It's funny that a guy asked me about base or makeup on my face and how it's complexion and stuff like that.
Fenty Beauty. I told you. I had
clutch girl. Keem, you gotta keep her.
Hey, appreciate you, Keem. Hey, I know
you gotta keep her, dog.
Keem probably back row. Hey, better than each.
Keem, you gotta keep her.
Me personally, and the way he did it was more like
like he ain't disrespecting me.
Like it was funny. Like
you asking me about route running. Like you ever ran a route?
I mean.
Now, okay, let me answer your question.
And we all have been in a situation to where, we probably have disrespected a female a little bit or have seen somebody truly disrespect a female. What Cam did was
not for him to lose an endorsement.
No, light years away from truly disrespecting a female. I mean, I just see some real disrespectful stuff out here to females, and that there is...
I think when he went wrong, and I think why he really truly lost his endorsement is when the Panthers asked him to apologize and he refused. I think if he'd have came and apologized like immediately after they asked him to apologize, I think he would have lost the endorsement. But when he said no, I'm not apologizing, and then he lost the endorsement, then he comes back and does the video saying I don't disrespect women.
Right.
And all this. It's too late now. I mean, it's too late now.
I don't think he shouldn't even apologize.
For those of y'all who want to know what we're talking about, here's a video again of the Cam Newton.
Right. And give me y'all take if y'all think this is disrespectful.
I know you take a lot of pride in seeing your receivers play well. Devin Funchess has seemed to really embrace the physicality of his routes and getting those extra yards. Does that give you a little bit of an enjoyment to see him kind of truck sticking people out there?
It's funny to hear a female talk about routes. Like, it's funny, but fun is coming along, man. We're gonna. This is a big game for him because of him being from Detroit, and I know he wants this win extremely bad, and just to see his growth over the years, completely different player. We're not just on the field. And, I told him and Benji today, those guys, preparation has been different this year. And
well, there you go.
There you go.
But again, there was nothing, and I said it last week. I don't think there was nothing that was disrespectful or anything he did. And I was more mad by a lot of people who are in media, men.
Blowing this up with more,
just took it to the next level, and made it feel like, you know what, he just did something completely outrageous that he shouldn't have to do. And everyone tried to make it about an equality issue. It had nothing to do with equality.
Right. He just tried to used to female talking about.
No one is used to a woman asking about routes.
Right. I mean, I ain't gonna say all that, but
it's the truth.
It's the truth.
Unless your name
she can't relate to this.
Unless your name Josina Anderson or I ain't got my good wig on.
I mean, I'm not even gonna go there.
Pam Howler.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But I'm not. He probably just wasn't used to a female asking him questions like this. I mean, so
and then you got to think about he thinking about You think like in the media they know. Like I think it was Westbrook or somebody that's a big time NBA player. I can't remember who it is. He came into the interview like this. I don't mess with you. 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 I rock with you. I don't mess with you. I mess with you. Like it was like I think it might have been like 10 reporters around his locker, and out of the 10 he said only 2 of them he messed with. So you don't think Cam, when she asked that question, he don't remember what she tweeted? He looking at her like this that motherfucker tweeted that racist stuff. So like nah, it's like that was his time to. And I'm not saying
I look at his demeanor like when he like when she started asking the question, he was like, in his mind, like we can read like he's like, man, this month, you know what I'm saying, but he like, you know what, this is about as candid I can be. I just got out of practice. I'm here because I have to be. I'm not here because I want to be.
Correct.
I'm here because I have to be.
Because
but the thing is, this is the biggest problem I have with. All right, now Cam lost an endorsement. All right, is the Dolphins gonna lose some of this revenue share.
Right.
The Dolphins gonna have to force the
draft pick.
The NFL gonna say, you know what? Come down 75% on all y'all ticket prices for the rest of the season.
Right.
Are they doing? Are the Dolphins gonna lose anything? No. You know what? And all else, this just helped the Dolphins out really because you put them in the media for a little while. They're not doing too good. 2, they had to fire a coach, so that's less money that they got to pay out. So all in all, it's still.
He resigned.
What?
He had the choice to resign.
You know what I'm saying? It's win. They still winning right now.
Right.
They winning right now.
Winning.
It's nothing. There's nothing they're winning off the field right now. Not on the field. But you said there's nothing being done to them. Right. If this would, and the sad thing, and I hate to play the race card. I just call a spade a spade. If this would have been a black assistant coach that did this, something like it'd have been some type of mandate when it came down from Roger Goodell that'd have been like, this is something we don't stand for this. Boom, 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 done. You know what I'm saying? And we let the team handle it.
I would say this, and I would piggyback on what you're saying. If it was a black assistant coach, it'd been CNN, MSNBC. Fox, ESPN, they'd still be airing this. The media would still be airing this story continuously.
Do you remember when Ezekiel Elliott got cited in the weed dispensary? Man, I seen that on TV for like 2 weeks, and he ain't even buy nothing. It showed him walking in there, and he walked out, and they showed that for about 2 weeks straight. I'm like, dude, y'all showing this man in the dispensary. He ain't buying nothing.
He ain't even bothered nobody.
He ain't even he just walked in there, looked around. He was in there maybe a minute and a half,
right?
And he walked out. And y'all showing it for 2 weeks. I have yet to see this Chris Forrester video played more than 2 times.
I would get to the comment here.
I'm just saying.
D Saved by Grace said this. That's the media doing what they do best, finding issues with meaningless things. All that is to keep our focus off the real issues. I don't disagree with him.
It's real, man.
That's real.
That's real.
I disagree with him.
But this bias media anyway that we have.
That's real, dog.
They just find stories to continue to run and keep going on, and it mind blows me.
And think about this. See, and everybody forget about this. Remember the scandal with Sean Payton with the Vicodin?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't even know about that. Like, I mean, we know because we're in that, we're in the media and stuff like that. But Sean Payton had a Vicodin problem.
Correct.
He was still in Vicodin, and well, allegedly, but we all know you know what he was doing.
Right.
And the media did not blow that up. He didn't blow it up. They didn't blow it up, and that's what I have a problem with. It need to, if y'all gonna blow stuff up.
Blow it up.
Blow it up all around the board. That's all I'm saying.
That's me right there.
That's all I'm saying.
If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it all around the board.
Don't be, quote unquote, wishy-washy with how you handle a certain thing. If G do something wrong, I got to handle the same way if P do something wrong. If I do something wrong, they got to handle the same way if they do something wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got to just if you're gonna be open book with it, be an open book with it. But what that do is that whole Fred, like so if G got in trouble and then we came down on G, then P get in trouble, and then I get in trouble. What that do, that put Fred at a bigger accountability. Say like, well, look, I seen what happened with G got in trouble. See what happened with P got in trouble. I see what happened when he got in trouble. Look, it ain't gonna be me, because if it happened to me, I'm like, well, you done had 3 examples right in your face of what gonna happen, and now we gotta get you. You know what I'm saying?
Now I gotta cut you.
Don't do it. When you don't do it, it's like, well.
The only little difference I can find, I mean, I can say little, but the only difference I can find out that I could even think of about that is that the players have a union and the coaches don't. You know what I mean? So on that note, you have to go through certain processes to even try to expose a player or to have even type of any discipline with a player than what you have to do a coach. That's the only probably real difference I see in this whole situation, to where, you know, it's not really blown up as much, because, you know, the coaches are more of the background scene. The players are more the out front people.
Right. Nobody knew who Chris Forrest was before he got caught on that line.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? But still in all.
Like
this is a black, I mean, I'll even say Hispanic man.
Look, Jerome Wilson said, like for us, when we were talking about the open door policy, the open book policy. If you're gonna treat it this way across the league, he said you have coaches give players incentives for hitting players hard in football, and you lose your GM, your coach, your DC, and draft pick. You snort boogers. You snort booger sugar on video and lose nothing.
Nothing. No punishment toward the team.
And it's like you with the Ricky Williams situation. You're running Ricky Williams through the mud because he smoked some weed.
Boy,
right.
What?
Did they?
Look,
wow.
They went, what I'm saying? They went
drug this man.
That's a good point. That's a good point, dog.
Say y'all owe me, you owe me money.
So Pete, I don't think they realized they went when Ricky had said, you know what, I'm done before he came back the second time. When he left Miami before he came back the second time, they went and found this man in Brazil, living in the jungle. Brought in some just to interview him. Like, Ricky, you love weed this much? Look, what you want? I'm not playing football. I'm in a whole nother country, don't have football. I'm living my life. What does it matter to you what I'm doing? Just because I'm not entertaining you no more? And that's a problem. That's a problem. And I hate to say the slave mentality, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's until you if you can entertain me,
right?
I need you.
I'm
gonna do anything to keep you in. Think about the antics that Michael Irvin used to do on the field up until he retired. But then guess what? When Michael Irvin stopped being so boastful and just started calming down and stuff, all right, Mike, we done.
Right.
We gonna find something. Hey, Keyshawn, wanna make some money? I'm just being real.
Being real.
Hey, Keyshawn, you all right? Let's see who we got. T.O. Well, nah, we ain't that desperate.
Chris Carter, where you at, baby?
Chris Carter,
Come on, Chris.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's,
come on down.
That's the game that they play. That's the game they play. You only as good to them as.
I just think that the Dolphins are not being penalized as an organization for this taking place and this becoming public.
And I don't know if y'all watched the press conference with Adam Gase, the head coach. I don't like the way he answered the questions. I don't like how he acted like the media didn't have a right to try to figure out what was going on. Did you know about it? They was asking him how long you knew Chris Forrester, and did you ever sense that he might have been doing cocaine, something like that? And he was getting all upset. Like, dude, like
that's good questions. I mean,
like, yeah, it's good questions. Like, dude, answer the questions, and you're getting pissed off, but now you know how I feel.
Right.
Now you know how I feel.
That's fair questions.
Straight up. And to be honest with you, bro, like, I just think that, like, and I hate to keep harping on this. I just think at the end of the day, the whole situation with him snorting that cocaine and the whole thing with the Miami Dolphins has not been blown up the way it should have been, versus if it would have been another type of person.
Yep.
And I'm gonna just leave it.
He wasn't white,
basically.
Anybody but white.
Basically,
I'll say that.
Right.
Basically. So I mean, you gotta. I mean, we need consistency in society. We need consistency in today's generation, bro. But I mean, if you gonna hold me accountable for smoking weed, or you gonna hold me accountable for domestic violence, hold me accountable for snorting the line.
Straight up, tweet his nose.
I'm just saying.
He talking about Gates. He said he probably treat his nose too.
Him and his quarterback. If you look at me, I seen some press conferences. I said, "Boy, look here. I know Jay Cutler, man. Yeah."
What I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is I'm not defending the right of drug use or none of that stuff. I'm saying that it's not shocking.
No, I don't find that surprising.
No, like with Jerome was on here too. He's a high school coach. We put in a lot of time. That's just on the high school level. Each level you go up, the more time you get with the players, the more time you legally get with your players. Well, that's the more time. That's that much more game plan that you have to do.
Right.
So there's no time limit in the NFL. It's professional.
Correct.
Most of these guys, like after practice, they go home for probably if let's say practice in at 5 o'clock. They go home at about 8 o'clock, 8:30. They headed back to the office. If they got little kids, they might put the little kids to sleep.
Right.
But most of the time they up all night.
They back at the
people coming in to clean up and stuff.
The facilities.
They in there they expected, like, the owner don't care how long you just stayed up and all that stuff. When he come in, like if he needs you for a function and all that stuff, you better come to this function. When it's time, when your players come into the room, they don't care that you've been up all night. All right, coach, what's the game plan? What we doing? You know, what we got. So it's not surprising. It's just one of those things. It's scary when the light gets shined on. That's just all it is.
I ain't gonna say surprising. It's just surprising he was that stupid to put himself on videotape doing something illegal like that.
In the facility.
That's
you
what's
not at home.
I mean,
in the building.
You're in the building.
That's my thing.
You're on the clock.
Why would you tape yourself doing something illegal anyway?
He trusted her.
I don't give a damn.
He trusted her.
Just look, man. The part of that's the type of society we live in now. But my thing,
you're a grown man. You
think about it like this.
Right?
Think about it like this. When we was growing up, we all in the same bracket. How many? If a fight was going on right here, right now, how many people was coming out with a camera? First of all, we didn't have one.
Yep. I like that.
you couldn't record it on a beeper or a two-way pager. Nope. Okay. And then when we did get the cell phone, it was a little Nokia. Y'all know
Flip
came
phone.
out. Not even flip phone. I'm
It
talking
wasn't
about
flip
the
phone.
square box that could get dropped from the top of a the Superdome on Partridge, and you go pick it up and you still be able to play Snake. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't videotape. Even when we got to college, when you got to the flip phone, when you got to the camera, people still wasn't doing this.
Right.
Now, you could be fussing on the phone. I don't even know you. People doing this now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a self-incriminating
society.
Time. With the social media and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But still, that's just like if you gonna rob somebody and you talking. Like, yeah, man, about to pull up to this house, you know what I'm saying, got your face on, then you put the hood on, then you go run up in the house, you know what I'm saying, and you wonder why you get caught. If it's done in the dark, it's going to come to the light, but goddamn, don't shine the light on it.
Well.
Exactly.
You got damn flashlight in the pocket. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Did it yourself.
You're asking for it.
And my thing is this. At this point, this dude must have been, man, he looks kind of old. He must be like in his late 40s, mid 50s. At this point, you know better. I'm not cutting you no pity. None. You get no sympathy from me. If you want sympathy from me, go in the dictionary, look between shit and syphilis. That's where you're going to get my sympathy from. You're a grown-ass man, bro. You should know better. And I know damn well he tell his children, don't put everything out on your phone on Facebook.
And what daddy do?
He got 3 kids, too.
You know what I'm saying? I know he talked to his children about certain things about that.
Tweak your nose.
And know what pissed me off? You know what pissed me off, too? How the Dolphins and his family came out, we fully support Chris Foster. We're going to help him in his dying time, in this tough time he's going through.
Drug addict, man. Get him out here, man.
Look, this is the thing.
I
can see if, like, his house caught on fire. I can see if a mudslide, something.
A natural disaster.
Something that he cannot control.
Well, he can't control that either.
I'm gonna tell you how he probably first started doing coke.
How?
Messing around them gals.
Well, I know one thing.
Probably gonna treat your nose, huh?
Because the girl that sent the video was a stripper.
That it is.
She was a stripper. King of Diamonds. He caught her. He saw it on top, but he saw it on the ceiling.
Be live, baby.
He saw it on the ceiling. He was like this.
Like, man,
that's who body I want to snort that coke off.
You understand?
Damn, she flexible.
Hey, first you said, here, pull that nipple.
That what it is. We'll put him in the booth in the boom room real quick.
Ooh, Lord.
Hey, what's that is? That's baby powder or no? It's some type of powder.
But ain't no baby powder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is.
Mess around them
Baking
gals.
soda. I got baking soda.
Mess around them gals. That's how he got caught up on that stuff, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Trying to go treat your nose, huh? You trying to get one of these phones, huh? And then you broke your drove, huh? Hey, you got buku places to go, huh?
You know what I'm saying, bro? So bro, straight up, man. I don't have no sympathy for
None.
the dude, none at all. You're a grown man, bro.
I'm just disappointed how the media has not made it out to something that it needs to make it out to be. At the end of the day, this is something that should be front page every day, all day.
All day.
Running it around the clock. Because you're running everything else around the clock. When the president tweets something, you're around the clock with it. We got players doing, peaceful protests. You're around the clock with it. We got coaches.
You get like players losing endorsements. Man, y'all remember like when Brandon Marshall was losing like endorsements from when people was last year early on was kneeling. And like every player they'll kneel, like they'll be quick to report. Yeah, Brandon Marshall lost this endorsement.
Around the clock with it.
Reed lost this endorsement. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go coach, right now. You got proof. It's no like allegations or nothing. This ain't no alleged nothing. The only you can say that can make it seem good, he was snorting a white substance. Everybody in America
that's cocaine.
Know what white substance in Miami have in common.
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
It was tripping me out how in the reports they kept saying they don't know if it's cocaine. They just know it's a white substance.
Come on, man.
Okay,
stop, man. Don't insult my intelligence like that,
you know
man.
What? Legally,
Stop.
you have to say that. Protect yourself because you don't want no suit to come back on you. But let's just be real.
That's cocaine, man.
If I tell you I found some green grassy looking stuff in the ninth ward It ain't no moss. It ain't no moss.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bench ain't no parsley. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
What you think it is?
So if he was smoking something in the facility that was like in a brown blunt wrapped up, you know, is it a well, we don't know what the brown substance is. You know, is it a gar?
They ain't gonna say that.
He had a
And it had the stench and smell to it.
Did it been weed all day long?
They ain't gonna say that.
You see what I'm saying?
Nope. He was smoking marijuana.
He was smoking marijuana all day long. It'd been marijuana all day long. Either put it out there.
They'll tell you. No, they bold with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He had a blunt in the team facility.
Yep. They'd been blunt about it.
You know what I'm saying? They go, that's a blunt. That's a cig right there.
Like Chris Rock
smoke marijuana.
Like Chris Rock said. Now I don't mean me racial with this one. All right, because it's all white.
He said. Hey,
Karen Morris said he had a headache. It was BC powder.
Them goodies.
Hey, carry on that payroll. Carry on that payroll.
He had a headache. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Probably, yo.
He had goodies. You ain't quitting over no BC powder. I'm sorry.
That boy had Bengay.
I'm looking at the video. He like, yeah, I miss you. I'm like, oh, the hell is he talking to?
King of Diamonds, baby.
I'm telling you,
Be
man.
live, baby.
Man, I'm telling you, man. That's the y'all told you that's the white Jimmy what the boy from Teen Girls? Who Eddie Murphy played? Jimmy what?
I forgot.
Jimmy Early, man. Jimmy Early. That's the white Jimmy Early.
Tan his nose up.
I remember when they told Eddie that he couldn't. Man, Eddie, you don't need that cocaine no more. Remember that face that he made all of my drink up? That would coach I don't even want to call him coach no more. Everybody say coaches get their nose dirty. The only time my nose get dirty if I try to jump up with them young players and I can't get as high as I used to and I tumble hit the grass real quick. That's it.
Moving on to your LSU Tigers.
How about it, baby?
You know, we wasn't here last week. We couldn't discuss the loss to
Troy
State.
We don't go in the past, man. We talk about all the victory. Discuss the loss. All the victory. The victory that we
I'm
had.
dying to hear your take on that loss to Troy State. At home for homecoming. It was a hell of a homecoming, wasn't it, Big Hand?
Yeah, it was. You find out who your true friends are during stressful times at homecoming.
My son was mad, yeah.
All I'm saying is
Jeremiah's mad yet. Unless you losing, daddy. Hey, bad. So I'm going to the elevator. Get out there.
But you came back. They bounced back last week. Went to the swamp against a decimated Florida team
who try to take that away.
Who just look like they don't have no identity right now.
Let me say.
They're down to the 8th receiver.
And LSU just seemed the way found the way to like squeeze out a victory.
No, I'll tell you what it is, man.
Miss field goal.
McElwain gave it to us.
Miss field goal.
The blueprint is out on LSU this year. The D line is banged up. You only got one healthy defensive lineman, and that's Gilmore.
Or overrated?
No.
Okay.
No, stop it.
Okay.
Anyway,
you gotta stop just throwing stuff out there like
promise,
that.
Man.
You're getting bad. I'm gonna start holding you accountable.
Okay.
Come on, man. You just be hating for no reason.
No,
you just hate.
I'm gonna hate. If you're gonna hate, have facts behind your hate like me.
Yes, okay. Please.
Number 18. Can he play?
I just showed you. I just showed you Locketrell's stats.
Show me the stats against Troy.
Oh wow, he was hurt.
That had nothing to do with the defense. That was the straight offense. That was the offense.
When you on the field for 90 snaps, yeah, I'll show you snap. I'll show you that snap against anybody.
Okay.
You show me your quarterback, your senior quarterback for the Maize and Blue. You show me his stats.
I show you one loss.
He had a good game. Hold up, look. Number 18. Look. How you pronounce the name? Locketrell had a good game against Florida. Yeah, they had 9 tackles. He had a sack.
And a half.
He had 2 tackles for loss. This is the thing though,
It's not SEC worthy.
Anyway, and I'm gonna say this.
He just. But
he's not that good.
Anyway,
I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna say this.
It's a reason, but he's not an SEC defender. But even with him hurt last year, the NFL was begging him to come out the year before. Come on, stop it, Fred. Stop it.
It's not that good.
Stop it. Just stop it.
He's
the
not.
The NFL don't beg a sorry person to come out.
Right. I'm gonna say this. I was at the Troy and LSU game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can, the King.
I watched LSU against Florida. I watched it closely. LSU is fortunate to come away with a victory after that game. You know, Darius Geis, 50 yards rushing on 17 carries, 2.9 yards a carry. Now they say he battling some kind of injury. Orgeron do not want to specify what the injury is. You know, I don't know if he got burnt by a female or something. He got some kind of STD and they don't want to say it. I don't know what's going on, but they do not want to disclose what injury he has. So I'm going to just go ahead and think the worst. He about to got burned or something. So, you know, Darrell Williams, who I said from the beginning of the season, and people got on me when I said this. When Darrell guys come out the game, Darrell Williams come in, it's a big drop off. He's not that kind of, he's not an SEC back in my mind. I don't think he's sad, but he's not like that. Okay, Nick Brissett, you saw what happened to him against Troy. I've been saying from the jump, he should have never went to the SEC. If he was going to go to the SEC, he should have went to Vanderbilt or Kentucky, somewhere where he could have like possibly been the man and got some kind of type of recognition by himself by the time his senior year got out. But that's neither here nor there. The second thing is Florida is decimated. We know that.
Right.
They got a lot of stuff going on internally, got a lot of injuries, but I'm not trying to take nothing from LSU. The good things I will take from that game. Devin White is a man. Devin White is special. He's better than I thought he was. This kid looked like he could play linebacker, safety, corner, DN if he wanted. He could play fullback, tight end. He's that special. I like him. I like the way the defense played with that physical mentality. And that's ultimately why they won the game. The offense struggled once again. I mean, I know Ellen didn't throw any interceptions. I think he had like 120, 130 yards, a touchdown, and no picks.
Man, he couldn't hit the damn open person.
Right. But I mean, and when your best receiver, DJ Shark only had one catch for the 47 yard, and the catch that he did catch, he lucked at it. That they counted as a catch because the corner like he had it like they was tussling with
the ball.
It's simultaneous.
Right, but we know Ty go to the offensive person.
Right.
I mean, then after that, your leading receiver is Darrell Williams for 29 yards, and
first, you got to talk about that was not targeting that Derek Dillon did. I'm sorry.
Nah,
that was not targeting whatsoever.
That was bad.
When we replayed it, the reason that they called it targeting is because
that was a bad call.
The position that the defender was in.
He hit his shoulder pads, hit him in the chest. That is legal striking position. Now I can't help it that if P can't help it, if P come back and crack on me and his shoulder hit me in my chest and my head jerked down like that, and that's the replay you see.
Well, initially, I mean, he didn't really hit the guy with his shoulder. He pushed off. You know what I'm saying?
No, he came
with his shoulder.
He dipped under and and caught him with his shoulder. But he can't. But it was legal. He was in front of the receiver. He didn't hit him in the head.
That was a bad call.
I mean,
it was a bad call. But going back to what I was saying, I think Orgeron messed up bad, and I'm going all the way back to the Troy State game, and I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know who was advising him. But when he came out in the press conference and he said he influenced Matt Canada's play calling, and they asked him to kind of elaborate on what he's talking about, he was like, he don't like that Matt Canada has a lot of shifting and motion in it, and
right.
he didn't like all of that, and he wanted to simplify everything. He wanted to just
because of all the freshmen that had to play, that had to come in.
Right. But at the end of the day,
they only got like 11. Scholarship plays on opposite lines. I think they try to simplify some stuff.
Right, but with that being said, that Matt Canada's offense is based around what he likes to do. If he likes to shift, he likes to motion, whatever the hell he like to do, that's what you brought him here for.
You gotta let him do it.
You can't influence this man play calling. This sounds like the same thing Les Miles was doing.
And you're a defensive guy anyways.
Cameron. Everybody gave Cam Cameron a bad rap. But a lot of people didn't know Les Miles influenced his play calling. I go back to the national championship, and I got a very close source to the program that played on that team when they played Alabama in the Superdome for the national championship. They practiced 4 wide and passing the ball and doing all that. They say the day before the national championship, Les Miles comes in the office and meeting and says, "We're not doing none of that. We're gonna line up in our formation. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that."
Jordan gonna take us to the ship.
Thank you. And you could tell
that's why the fight happened.
They couldn't get past the damn 50-yard line.
Nope.
In the national championship. But I'm saying all of to say, Orgeron, you seen that was a disaster when Les Miles did it. Why are you doing it? You brought Matt Canada in for a reason. Let the man run his offense, and you just oversee everything. You know, Darrell Williams led your team in catches against Florida. They lucky to come away with a victory. And I gotta tell you, Auburn defense is nice. It's probably like top 3, top 2 defense in the SEC in my mind. And I think that I know they played in Death Valley. Mm-hmm. I know that, and it's tough to play down there. I see them beating LSU by two touchdowns or more on Saturday.
They play at 2:30.
Well, I know this much.
So
Auburn for the past 3 games has averaged minimum 40 points. That is not a good sign for LSU. Period, point blank. Because we know LSU can't score 20 points to save their life. So when you talk about a team that can put up 40 in the past 3 weeks,
yeah, but how many times you seen 40 get put up on Aranda?
I'm not saying that 40 gonna happen on LSU.
Because Auburn offense not like that.
It's not like that.
Auburn offense, I think they're gonna put about 24, between 24, 28, somewhere around there. And I think LSU offense probably gonna put about 10 because Auburn offense is good. I like their offense. I'm not saying the offense. The defense is good. They physical. Kevin Steele is over there. He knows a lot about these LSU players. He recruited a lot of these players, and that's gonna play a factor into this. And Gene Chizik for Auburn, this guy's a dynamic play caller. And no, he doesn't have the weapons he had in the past, but he's gonna find ways to put points on the board, especially with LSU defense gonna be. It's gonna be a field position game. It's gonna be a field position game because they're gonna be putting them in bad. They're gonna put the defense in bad positions. And anytime your defense play over 60 snaps, you in trouble. And I guarantee you're gonna see a lot of 3 and outs. You're gonna see probably a turnover or 2, which is gonna put LSU defense in harm's way, and that's gonna make Auburn's offense easy to be able to operate against this defense on Saturday.
I just think that at the end of the day, when you're looking at LSU and I'm looking at this team, I said it last week. Danny Allen needs to get his education. At the end of the day, I will go out there with Miles Brennan.
They need to start Miles Brennan.
Miles Brennan and Noel Narcisse, you backing him up.
Well, he redshirted.
Well, I'm taking him off.
Because
at the end of the day,
no. At the end of the day, if I'm Lowell and they ask me to come take my red shirt, I'm like this. No, I'm not taking my red shirt off. I'm staying red shirted. Justin McMillan, the left-hand southpaw from Dallas, Texas, who's only on the team, the Billy team GPA up. You're the backup. We're gonna go down with Miles Brennan, and because let's be honest, dog. And then I know Coach Big Hen, you don't want to hear this. I tried to tell you before the season started. Y'all gonna win about 7 to 8 games. So if you know that's what's gonna happen, put Miles Brennan in it and get all that out the way this year. So next year he coming to next year, rocking and rolling, and got that experience in his belt. Now you're in the picture to be able to compete with the Alabamas and the Georgias of the world next year and try to get in that 14 playoff.
Man, let me explain something. Let me explain something to America.
Sounds fair to me.
Let me explain something to America. If y'all still think that what's going on with LSU right now is Ed Orgeron's fault, you're wrong. You don't understand. The culprit has came out and told him what we've been kept trying to tell everybody is Joe Lever. First of all,
he bad.
So wow, why you say it's Joe Lever? First of all, you wasn't that guy at Duke. The reason why you was brought in because you had the ability to. You was known for making money, raising money, getting money moved around some type of way. That's how you got the LSU job. Not because you was hiring coaches and nothing like that. Because if you look at the football coaches that y'all had since you was there, Cutcliffe was the only good one you had.
Right.
So take that away. But I just go back to the Les Miles, the year that Les Miles was about to be fired, then he got carried off at the last. You know what I'm saying?
He handled that so wrong.
You just let it dangle out there. Then you let everybody know what you was thinking.
Thank you.
No great AD does that.
Thank you.
Then on top of that, you come back and then you fire him. Okay.
And now you miss out.
Then you do your intern. Then you honestly, a lot of people don't know this, but Tom Herman was fully committed to LSU. What happened? It got out. Who let it out? Jolie was so happy that he got the guy that everybody wanted. So he told him, yep. So when they come in and do the little interview stuff, like, Tom Herman agreed to be our new head coach. Breaking news. In the halftime of a game that LSU was playing in, that Houston plays later on that night, Tom Herman has agreed to be LSU new coach. The Tom Herman quickly comes out and like, hold on, I didn't want him to be out. No, I didn't say that. So they was gonna mess up his contract there. So boom. Now Texas gets to see what happened, like, boom. And then also the other person that you could have had who everybody would have been real happy with was Jimbo. You sit there and let him leverage the Tom Herman situation to get a bigger salary at Florida State. So you lose both of them. So now you got to fall back to Ed Orgeron. Okay, so it's not Ed's fault that he was the fallback option, but he's doing the best that he can for what he's doing. Now, what you come in, you hovering over an Ed. I don't care how good you is, who you are. It's hard to do your job when you always got somebody hovering over you. Then you the boss, so you can't. I'll pay you to do a job, but you can't tell me what to do. So I'm sitting there watching film with you. Why?
What are you here for?
I'm sitting there watching film with you. Why?
What are you here for?
I'm having meetings. I'm telling you, like, hey, look, that's too much. Look, we got all them freshmen in there. That's too much shifting. I'm not no football guy, but hey, you listen. You know what I'm saying? But I'm your boss, so you got to take it to your guys. So they got to listen to you because they boss. Then you have a meeting with all of them, which is not something that's out the norm. All AD meet with coaches but you go around, but you go tell the media, I met with the coaches. We got everything squared away. Well, you discrediting your guys now. Now you wonder why I want to leave. Right. Why it might be hard to keep a Dave Aranda. Why it might be hard to keep a Matt Canada. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be facts. You got great players. You got good talent, but you ain't got the right players for the scheme that you want Matt Canada to run. Give him it's like G made it said it early in the season when Texas lost to Maryland. You can't expect a coach in year one to have instant results like that.
No.
I'm sorry.
Not gonna happen.
I don't care. Look, we all love and it's the easy punching bag because he's the head coach, and you're like, well, you could have had Jimbo, you could have had Tom Herman. Like, the fact of the matter, I don't care which one of them would have been here, that roster still would have been the same as it is, and you can't run Florida State offense with this roster because you ain't got the players for that yet.
Right.
You can't run the offense that you had in Houston at LSU because you ain't got the players for that yet. Matt Canada, check out the teams he was on at North Carolina State, Pittsburgh, and all that stuff. Were they 5 or 6, 4 or 5 star players? No, but guess what? They was running some version of the spread already. So when he came there and he put his twist on it, bam, they scoring 40 points a game. Bam, this quarterback getting drafted. Bam, this quarterback getting drafted. They scoring 40 points a game. Like, what? Man, oh yeah, he going. Yeah, okay. So I want to take a team that I've been running the power I run it toss left, toss right for the past 15 years, and I'm expecting 300 passing.
Instant results.
I'm expecting a quarterback to have 3,000 yards passing, 20 touchdowns automatically.
Not gonna happen.
But
they're not built like that right yet. But they like I said, give them a recruiting class or two to start getting the players, and they start training and start developing these guys in this system, and you'll start to see some of them like, all right, now I see. You can see. But when you watching the Florida game and you call a pass play and you got that, and you timed it up perfect. You got Darrell Williams running wide open, and you overthrow him by 20 yards. Everybody in America know Darrell Williams ain't no 4'3" kid just by looking at him.
No.
So why is you drawing the ball like he Usain Bolt out there? He wide open by himself. Just put it on him. He's gonna walk in untouched. But that's your senior starting quarterback. And not everybody in America can see that the coaches want Brennan to play.
Yeah.
But then when you got Joe Lever, boosters ain't paid for that. Keep Edlin in until I say it's cool.
Now that's my question. And Coach Big Hen, Hurricane Hen, as they call you, you make some great points, and I understand your perspective, but I gotta disagree to some degree, because this is how I feel. First of all, I feel like Orgeron should have never got that job. I think Orgeron is a guy that would be a great coordinator, be a great position coach, be a great lead recruiter. But the person to lead your team, I don't know if I'm not sold on him to lead my team. And Joe Lever, you hit it on the nail about Joe Lever, how he let stuff get out and things like that, because I got a source inside the program that told me, not last year, but the year before last, when they carried Les Miles off the field. Right. Jimbo Fisher was on a plane
there
and came to Louisiana to sign a contract. And when they carried him off the field, that influenced Joe Lever, and the boosters ready to pay out the money to Les Miles and everything like that. And they could have had Jimbo that year. And they dropped the ball on it. Now
twice.
You come to next year, you drop the ball on Ty Herman. Now you drop the ball with Jimbo Fisher the next year. Now you got to settle for Ed Orgeron. Okay? And my personal opinion, I like Orgeron. I really do. But it's just like I compare him to Rex Ryan, or Romeo Cornell, or Rob Ryan,
Jim Tomsula.
Some people are not head coach material. That don't mean you can't coach. That just means you're not a head coach. You're not head coach material. And Orgeron shouldn't be leading his team. And I think that the fact that he came out and said, he influenced Matt Canada play calling, that's making people even second guess him even more. If that's what you really did, he should have kept that in-house. You keeping everything else in-house. All the drugs has everybody feeling. You keeping the in-house. What's going on with Darius Guy's injury? You should have kept it in-house. Why in the hell would you come out and say you influenced this man play calling? Now everybody's going to question everything that gets called on offense. They're going to wonder,
if you question that,
is that Canada?
Is that Canada or is it Orgeron? So Canada will get off scot-free now. You see what I'm saying? And so that's my whole. He don't know how to handle this. I think the stage is too big for him. Now, if he was at like a little small school,
SMU,
somewhere like that, I think that'll be more equipped for him. But this is too big of a job for Orgeron. I think they owe him $12 million if they fire him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what they need to do.
Don't say it.
I'm gonna tell you what they need to do.
12 big ones.
The boosters,
you still paying less.
Less
$9 million.
Let the boosters put their money together.
They got to install. They got to install.
This ain't coming out the school pockets. Let the boosters put their money together. Pay him his $12 million, and guess what? You throw the kitchen sink at Frank Wilson, and now I guarantee you, all them top kids that's leaving out the state for this class and next year's class.
You know they got the third best defense in the country.
Who?
I think it was what Ferguson was coaching it now.
Oh, Texas San Antonio.
Third best defense in the country.
It's no secret that
total yards.
It's no secret that
total yards.
Frank Wilson knows what he's doing. And part of the reason why he left LSU was that he was promised he was going to get the OC job, promised to get the OC job, and they kept passing on him and didn't give it to him. And, he could have had the Tulane job. He could have had the Louisiana Monroe job. He could have had the Southern Miss job. But it was something about Texas San Antonio. I don't know that much about the situation, but it was something about that situation that lured him there.
Brand new.
Lured him there. Got him their first bowl game in the school's history in his first year. He had a phenomenal recruit class in his first year. They say Ole Miss is trying to get him. If I'm LSU, this is what I'm doing. I'm on the phone with Frank. I'm saying, Frank, look, after the season, I know you probably don't want to do this right now. After the season, Can you come fly down to Baton Rouge? Can we have a one-on-one meeting? I'm offering him the contract. If you accept, we'll fire Orgeron. If you don't, nobody knows about it, and that's how I'm gonna handle it.
But you gotta think. I love Frank. I love Frank to death. Love Frank to death. I'd love to see Frank to be. I love for Frank to be the head coach at LSU. But let's just call a spade a spade. How many black head coaches have been at LSU?
You nailed something.
The last.
But
black,
how many has Ole Miss had?
The last black head coach at LSU. The last two, Cookie. What happened with her?
Yeah, a lot of black basketball head coaches.
What happened with Cookie?
I know.
And Johnny Jones.
Trent Johnson,
yeah.
We count Trent.
Yeah, Trent coached like 3 years. The head coach for like 3 years.
Gotta count him.
2 or 3 years with LSU.
Got Trent.
But my point is,
I'm talking like football wise.
Well, football wise, yeah. But Ole Miss, like sources are coming out of Oxford and saying that he the lead. Frank, you know, he coached at Ole Miss.
Yeah,
right? They say he's the leading candidate. I don't think they have a black head coach in their history at Ole Miss for football.
And that would mean a lot.
I could be wrong, but I don't think they do.
That
would be a lot.
With all the Saints that's about to come that way.
Could be A&M.
With all the Saints that's about to come
probably
that way.
nothing's being speculated now, but that job's going to be up there.
But you got to know if LSU throwing a contract versus A&M
or anybody,
he going to LSU all day tomorrow. So Joe leaving them, if that's what I would be doing, I'll be trying to lure Frank there, because you know one thing, Frank will get all the top kids in the state, and he gonna get a little bit out of Texas. He gonna get a little out of Mississippi and Alabama. He gonna get a few out of Florida. He gonna get a few out of Georgia. He might get 1 or 2 from California. Mm-hmm. And he gonna turn into a prominent powerhouse. This guy knows what he's doing. He know what he's doing. So Orgeron.
But here's the thing about
he not the question long term.
But here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
From a coach's standpoint, you're 100% correct. But that LSU job is a perception job. It's a big name job. It's one of the things when you're taking Les Miles, because he was at Oklahoma State. It's a big name. You know, you bring in Frank in there, and from a football standpoint, this makes all the sense in the damn world.
Right.
But from the average football fan, they don't know who Frank Wilson is.
No, you wrong about that.
Well, not the average fan.
Not the average fan.
We know.
No, what I'm saying, you got to think. SEC for SEC, this is an SEC program. Yeah. Everybody in the SEC know who the hell Frank Wilson
We
is.
talking about the average football fan.
I'm just talking about for the school you hiding it from. So it don't like, damn whatever.
I say from a football standpoint, you're right. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying that's a big PR because it's a national job. We talking about LSU. You talking about top 5 national football program around the country. It's a big time. Like if you bring in Mike Gundy. It's like, okay, you brought in a big name over here.
He's not a big name to me.
But he's been coaching D1 top popularity, from a while. You bring in Frank, which makes all the sense in the world. It's not a big name. And if he doesn't work, you're going to really get butchered.
Now, this the thing. I think if Frank came in for an interview, like behind the scenes, I know from knowing Frank over the years, I know Frank going to come in like this. Look, I've been here before. I know how this go down. So look. If I come here, y'all got to give me a 4-year plan, a 4-year deal, and allow me at least 3 years to do it my way. If after 3 years and y'all don't keep me for that 4th year, fire me, whatever you want to do. Right. At least give me 3 years, because that's usually the
standard.
The standard for college football.
Charlie Strong got 3 years. Give me 3.
Give me 3 years to get my guys in. And as talented as a roster that LSU has, I don't think it's going to take Frank 3 years.
I don't disagree with you.
I think it might take him 3 years to get to make it a national championship contender team. But far as being a team to compete for the SEC, I don't think it take him 3 years.
I don't disagree with you. I just think that
I'm gonna tell you something.
It's not a popular hire.
Just like Damon Betty said. He said, "Man, Ole Miss get Frank. The SEC in trouble." And I promise you, Frank is. And I promise you, Saban is like this. Please don't let that happen.
Right.
He hoping and praying Frank don't get that damn job.
But I just gotta say this. I honestly think that Ed is not giving a fair chance. I'm just being real.
So you honestly think Ed Orgeron is head coach material?
There's no such thing as head coach material.
Yes, it is. Yes,
okay,
it is.
Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing else.
Yes, it is, dog. Come on, dog. So you think? So let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you a question. Is Rex Ryan head coach material to you?
Pass it to somebody else.
Answer that question.
Nah, pass it to somebody
else. Is Rex Ryan head coach material to you?
Pass it to somebody else.
Is who's your boy? Mike Singletary.
I couldn't get it out. You know what I'm saying? Pass it to somebody else.
No. Big Hen, Coach Hen, you're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that on this network. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it.
I just think
Pass it to
that
somebody else.
I just think that at the end of the day, when I look at Ed Orgeron, I just think that he had a head coaching job before, and I think I don't think that's his strength. It's kind of like when I look at Wade Phillips. His strength is not head coach, but if you put him at a D coordinator, same thing with Greg Williams.
That's a good one.
You put him at head coach, you put him at D coordinator, he has better success. I think his best success, like Jim Tom Shula, who's in 49ers, a great D-line coach, but you make him a head coach, it's kind of out of his strength of where he can be strong at.
Mike Tice,
the great offensive line coach, if you make him your head coach, you're in trouble. Tom Cable, the list goes on. And
Mike Singletary.
There's a list of guys that you've seen as a D coordinator or lineman position, and that's their strength. But if you put them at head coach, it's just not their strength. Like Randy Shannon at Miami, wasn't a great head coach. Put him at D coordinator, you will have a program at some point in time. I see the same way in Ed Orgeron. As long as he's my D-line coach and probably one of my head recruiters, I think it's the best job for him. I make my head coach, he got to have two heck of a coordinators. Now, granted, he got a heck of a D coordinator. But the jury's out on the offensive coordinator.
But he got to allow Matt Canada to do what he do.
He can, but he can't let him do what he want to do at that program. That program is under the lights. You see what I'm saying? It's under bright lights. It's a win-now type program. It's kind of like the media is not going to give you the time you need to develop what you think you need to develop. It's that kind of program now. There's some program now that say, I'm going to give this a few years. Like right now, if you're the head coach of Miami, like you get a year or 2 or 3. But LSU is under so much light because of
so much scrutiny.
It's so much scrutiny. You see what I'm saying? It's that kind of program. If you coach a head coach of USC right now, they'll give you 2 or 3 years. They realize, I got to build a recruit class, blah, blah, blah. But you couldn't get 2 or 3 years after Pete Carroll had that program the way it was.
Right.
You had to get that. It had to be there. And if it wasn't that, they was getting you out of there. You see what I'm saying?
It's like this, bro. It's like, I guess, like I follow the game so hard, and I've always been like this since I've been young. Like I watch. It's like certain things I look for when it comes to being a head coach, and it's not so much about you just the smartest guy in the world.
No.
It's just about, can you get guys to run through a wall for you? Can you get a bunch of men to be men?
Right.
Can you get these guys? Can you make leaders out of these men? It's a lot of different things that come into play when it comes to being a head coach. I see, like Rex Ryan. Everybody thought when he left the Ravens, because he was a hell of a defensive coordinator for the Ravens. Mm-hmm. He was part of that Super Bowl team. That was one of the best defenses ever.
Right.
Everybody thought that he was going to be a head coach and just go to Super Bowls and do this and do that. Rex Ryan he's not that kind of guy.
No.
He's not that kind of guy. As much as I love him, he's not that kind of guy to lead a team. He's best suited coaching defense.
Correct.
Being a coordinator and handling like that. When it comes to overseeing a team, overseeing everyday operation,
it's not his strength.
It's not fun. Him being in the media and dealing with every player on a regular basis, that's not his strength. And that's how I feel about Orgeron. And people, like I said, I hate to keep saying it, but I gotta say it. People inside the program have said, and I can be on record and say this. They say Orgeron is dumb as a bag of rocks when it comes to offense. I'm just saying, they feel like they say he's dumb as a bag of rocks when it comes to offense. So when he came out in the press conference and said he influenced Matt Canada play calling, that's the first thing I thought about. People look, I'm not talking about players. I'm talking about coaches. On LSU staff said Orgeron he's dumb as a bag of rocks when it comes to offense. So why in the hell are you influencing the play calling? If I know offense ain't my forte and defense is, I'm like, man, y'all do y'all. And that's part of what I'm saying about being a head coach. If you're a head coach, you supposed to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And if you know all of it in your strength, you let them people do what you do. What you hire Matt Canada for if you want to influence the man play calling. And honestly, I think he influenced the play calling against Florida too.
I just think that I look at Adrian Ron, and again, like I said, and I saw him at Ole Miss. I think he was a heck of a coach, and he made a lot of mistakes. And then he got terminated from that job. He went to USC. I think I saw the best type of coaching he could be. When he was the D-line coach and he got promoted to temporarily, I think I saw the ceiling for what he can be as a temporary replacement, but not the guy. That's like if you hire Will Muschamp to be your head of your program. He can't be. That's
another one. He's not head coach material.
He's not head coach material.
Not head coach material.
He's not a guy that's going to take your guys to the next level or continuously. Now I would say this. I know it's far away. It's West Coast, but let's say, for example, a guy like Chris Peters at Washington, heck of a head coach. Mm-hmm. I can have him at LSU because I think he's in a whole nother region. He's on the West Coast. I mean, I think he's
far as being a head coach. I wouldn't have a problem with him at LSU. The whole thing about that is recruiting wise.
I'm about to say he's on the West Coast.
He don't have any ties to the South.
He don't have ties.
So that comes into play.
I wouldn't have that. But from a guy who would have to go to Washington, possibly let's say he wanted the USC job.
Right.
Great head coach.
Right.
Put Boise on the map. Got Washington still being relevant. If he took that job, not bad. But when I look at Ed Orgeron, again, they could probably give him his 3 years that he's due. But I think you're going to still see the same errors at the head coach. I think you're going to get a lot of good recruits because he's a heck of a recruiter. But I think at the coming end of the day, the program somehow, some way is going to fall short of being in that top 4 contending spot. And that by fall short, I don't mean like, okay, they're just Alabama away. They're gonna be Alabama and another team away, maybe 2, continuously, and that's where the program gonna be.
And another thing is, why has the recruiting dipped since last year? Like last year's class and this year's class. That's a question for concern. Who does that fall on? Does that fall on the head coach? Does that fall on the Corey Raymond? Does it fall on Matt Canada? Who does that fall on?
Well, that could change.
I'm just saying.
That could change.
I'm just saying.
A win this weekend could change that.
I'm just saying.
College football.
A lot of the top recruits is not considering LSU as their top school. That's bad. That's bad. I'm just saying.
And they're leaving the state.
Just saying.
Coach Hen, you got it.
He's not touching the subject with LSU anymore. He's not touching it.
We got to get ready to wrap up the show, folks. Listen, thanks for everybody. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Listen, this is FanView Real Fans Talk Sports. We on every Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Kind of ran over. Producers can send us a little sign. Time to wrap up, folks. So we got to get to wrap up this show.
So we ain't gonna y'all predictions about the NBA season starting?
It's football season, baby.
I don't care. So before we come on next week, the NBA gonna be started.
Okay, so what kind of prediction you want to leave?
Give me your rookie of the year.
Know what? That's not a hard one. Dennis Smith Jr.
That's a wild card right there. That's a good one.
I think he.
Now you know Ben Simmons is considered a rookie again this year.
Ben Simmons ain't winning that thing.
You don't think he got a shot to win the rookie of the year?
No.
Wow.
He got another rookie on his team. It's automatically he gonna lose. He gonna have another rookie on his team that's starting next to him. That's the first overall pick. So somebody they're gonna be fighting amongst each other for that particular. Now Dennis Smith Jr. got the green light to do whatever he want in Dallas.
Look, that's a good choice because Dennis Smith looks damn good.
He got the green light to do whatever he want in Dallas. He's the second best player on that team next to Harrison Barnes. Green light.
MVP.
That's going to be hard because there's too many players in the Western Conference on the same team. And I'm sorry, I'm not giving to any Eastern Conference player. It's not happening. I'm not even nominating you. You're out automatically before the season starts. You're officially eliminated. That's just because you play in the Eastern Conference. There's nothing MVP about you. There's nothing most valuable about you playing this conference. Now in the West, it's trouble. It's going to be too hard because you got too many great players on the same team. Like Golden State has 3 or 4 great players that could be up for MVP. KC got 2 players. Well, 2 players. I ain't going to say no about Melo. I mean, Houston got 2 players, So it's hard to kind of measure it because they're all you used to see them playing on different teams, not playing together.
Right.
it's gonna. That's a hard one. I mean, it's easy to say Kevin Durant, but that's gonna be a hard one.
I'm gonna go with James Harden. James Harden got snubbed. I ain't gonna say he got snubbed. I think last year it should have been co-MVP between him and Russell Westbrook. And then I think 2 years ago he had a shot to win it. I think this year he get it done, especially with Chris Paul on his team, which is going to take a lot of double teams, and he gonna see a lot of free openings like Kevin Durant seen.
Yeah.
And Golden State, I think James Harden get it done. That doesn't mean I think the Rockets are anywhere, shape, or form going to beat Golden State.
I would say
in the conference finals or anything like that, but I think he gets the MVP this year.
I would say this, and this is just a monkey wrench. Now, I would like for this to happen because I'm a homer, but reality, if this could happen, if the Pelicans actually ended up a 4th seed somehow, then I'm going Anthony Davis. If they end up a 4th seed,
Anthony Davis definitely has a shot to win the MVP.
I was just
end up
going
a
to say
4th seed.
AD just because
Anthony Davis definitely have a shot.
But they'll have to end up a certain seed for me to consider him to be MVP. If they end up a 4th seed, then I'm just flat out saying it's Anthony Davis because that team will have dramatically overachieved. To me, there's no overachievement when it comes to OKC this year. There's not going to be overachievement when it comes to Golden State. There's not going to be overachievement when it comes to Houston. So it's hard for me to put an MVP in the league on that team because these teams are going to be a 1st seed, 2nd seed, and a 3rd seed. There's not going to be an overachievement. Even Minnesota could end up being a 4th seed. So there's not going to be so much overachievement. But if the Pelicans ends up a 4th, this is a team that didn't make the playoffs to be in the 4th seed, they have everything to do with 23.
Yeah.
Period. And if that happened, he's MVP of the league. But that's a stretch.
So what the Cavs have done with their roster,
they'll be in the finals.
Everybody playing for second place.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It's a half court team. When they play the Warriors, too much running and gunning. D Wade out there trying to. Klay Thompson down the court. He ready to shoot a 3. You gonna get back on defense? That's gonna be a problem. I can see it right now. Soon they start. He down there, bro. He need shot a 3. Can you get on defense? Please. The ball in there. You fouled him. That's 4 shots. 4 points. It's trouble. That team is not going to compete like people think against if the Warriors make it to the finals. If the Warriors come out there,
I can see it going 6 games. I can see it going 6 games.
I see them as a half-court team going against a team that can run the floor. And I don't think it's going to be a competitive thing. I think chemistry is going to play a big factor in all of it. And they're bringing Isaiah Thomas come late January, February. The chemistry, you're going to have some thing of it, but it's not going to be what people need it to be. And they're going to be in trouble.
Well,
I ain't getting into basketball till after
you're not talking
weekend.
So Big Hen, you ain't got no predictions on the basketball season?
Wow. Anyway,
we got to get wrapped up, folks. That's our show tonight.
That's our time.
FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports in New Orleans. Start listening again. Tune into every Thursday night, starting at 6 p.m. Obviously, the Saints are going to be the Lions this weekend, Sunday. LSU versus Troy.
LSU versus Auburn.
I mean Auburn. I keep saying Troy. Auburn. In Tiger Stadium for 3:30. Saints, Lions. A lot of football to be played. And right now, I got to go check on these Panthers because I need to know if they lose.
They're up 10-3.
Crap. Eagles, can you do your job?
Man,
a lot of football, man.
You play to win the game. Can you win the game, please?
They're gonna come through.
We need favors.
I need
to come through.
I need to go back and watch the guys like that.
Nah, I'm watching these Panthers. I need to know if they're gonna lose. Pure point blank. Listen, that's a wrap our show, guys. Listen, y'all tune in every Thursday. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports on the New Orleans Talk Network. Night.
Oh man. Well, everybody, this is Big Homie here, where you can catch me out on Facebook at Henry HeyYoU Singleton, or you can catch me on Twitter at HeyYoU15, babe.
Yeah, you know me, just a people person right here. I ain't got no Twitter, nothing like that, so you can look me up on Facebook at Patrick Slim Goody Jones.
It's your boy Fred. Look, you can check me out on Twitter at BFredJones, baby.
Yeah, this is G with G Sports, man. You catch me on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money. Money.